Good night, good night, everyone. Like you guys know, before we even start, let me know that you guys hear me, that the mic is good before I do the whole spiel. Good night, everyone. Welcome to another episode on Success with the Stars. This is the Success with the Stars series where I bring on our favorite astrologers who have unconventional insights, very interesting insights, and great personalities. And you guys know I love showcasing some really unconventional people or people who have interesting takes with astrology. And tonight we do have another one of my favorite astrologers coming in tonight talking all about love. So if you guys are here tonight, let me just say hey below, put your big three. Let me know where you guys are joining from. Thank you guys. Thank you guys already. So tonight I am introducing on our platform, but I mean, you guys already know him. I know him, you know him, and he's definitely another one of my favorite astrologers. When I came upon his work, it's been over a year now. I just remember binging everything, going through every single video about my placements, and it just hit. It just all made so much sense, and I just love the way that he broke down astrology. So tonight, I think we have the perfect person to come spend Valentine's Day with us. I'm going to introduce the one and only Boro the Lucky Libra. So you guys know we don't have any applause, but come on and introduce Boro with me.
What
Hello.
what's going on, Miss Shiraz, beloved? How you doing? How you feeling? Thank you for the warm welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you, everyone in the building. Join me with welcoming Boro. I want to see some hands. I want to see some claps.
Come on, y'all.
Um,
Come on,
thank
y'all.
Thank you so much for being here tonight. Honestly, like I was saying, truly from the bottom of my heart. When I found your stuff, I really loved it. I love the way you broke down astrology. I love the examples you use. I'm a big person. I always say, if you can make someone laugh, you could teach them anything. And I'm always laughing when I'm like consuming your content, when I'm learning. And the examples you give, honestly, it just makes sense. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's like very down to earth, but it's well thought out. And I feel like sometimes, a lot of times, when we're into astrology or in spiritual communities, sometimes people love to use like really crazy terms and big words, and it's like, no, the simpler you can make something, like someone understands something, I feel like the more intelligent you are, the more you understand it. And I can truly say that I can see your intelligence through this. I can see your knowledge. Like you break it down in a way where it's super digestible, super easy to understand. So happy to have you here tonight.
Gratitude, gratitude. I appreciate that so much. I just appreciate the kind words, positive energy. I just do my best to keep it light, make education fun spirited for everybody. All right. Sometimes I joke a little too much. All right, but hopefully the people they still appreciate that. What's going on, everybody in the building? I'm happy to be here. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Thank you for having me.
Love that. So as we start, I know some people, like a lot of the people here, they already listen to your content, but I still want to know, like, tell us how long, like a little bit about you. How long have you been in astrology? Like, when did you go down the rabbit hole and never come out? Um, like, why, when, how? Like, how did all of this happen? And like who is Boral, the Lucky Libra?
Who is Boro, the lucky Libra? Shout out to all my church members in the building. All right. If you're not a part of my church, I'd love to see you at a service. Okay. Um, where do I start? So I've pretty much always been somewhat quote unquote spiritually minded, been around spiritual influences in some type of shape or form. Into metaphysics at an early age. There's so many teachers I can name, like, I mean, old school teachers from Bobby Hemmett and Phil Valentine to a lot of new age teachers today and astrologers, right? The community has expanded when we're talking about astrology, spirituality, and how it's traveled through the age of Aquarius in general. So I'm just a speck of sand. But you know, I'm from the Bronx, New York. I was a former student athlete. Okay, I played Division 1 basketball at a couple of schools at Iowa State University, Rutgers University, and I graduated from Norfolk State University in Norfolk, Virginia. All right, where I reside now in Hampton, Virginia. And people ask me what I majored in college. I say basketball and spirituality
Mm,
because when I was in school, I was going through certain phases where I really started to get more tapped in with things just dealing with spiritual development, studying a bunch of different teachers. A lot of you guys that's already tapped in know I like to specialize in things dealing with relationship energy, relationship influences, relationship healing, relationship karma. It's the lucky Libra. That's what we do, right? So, with that being said, I started tapping more into those things during college and towards my senior year. That's when I discovered the natal charts. And yeah, I never looked back. All right. I turned into a spiritual astrology crackhead at that point. All right. I got addicted. Okay. I jumped into intense studies, literally started disregarding some responsibilities just because I was so dialed into the science. And
mm.
that's how it's been since then. And eventually I felt called to want to share and exchange, the things that I was learning with a sense of a community. And that's where we are at now.
What was the first thing that, like, when you started learning or whatever, what was that thing that made you, like, stay there? Like, when were you like, "Yeah, this shit is real?"
So, one thing I preach on my page a lot of the times in my platforms, I talk about understanding how to connect to source so you don't question things dealing with spirituality. You could just know. And I've always been into zodiac signs. The crazy thing about it, I've always been into zodiac signs. So that's why I was, you know, so excited, when I ran into the science, but I was so discouraged at the same time because I'm like, I can't believe I've been into zodiac signs my whole life. And I'm 21 years old, 20 years old, just finding out that it's deeper than rap.
Mm,
What is this whole thing? What is this whole chart? This, that, and the third. So, once I got into it, I think just that alone, the fact that the science was deeper than what I thought it was, and my curiosity, and obviously, even though I'm a professional astrologer, I'm always talking about all different type of, spiritual resources to utilize. I have a whole bunch of different spiritual colleagues, some tarot reader friends I call up like, listen, I need you to pull a card for a brother. I know what the stars is saying, but I need a card. All right.
mm.
So I encourage everybody to use all the different resources we have when it comes into spiritual development, but astrology just happened to be what I really clinged on to heavily. And yeah, I just been able to apply it in so many different spaces in my life. But obviously, learning how to navigate this experience, right? I believe we're all spirits and bodies, and we're continuously doing this, right? We were in a body, a different body before this experience, and we're going to transition to another body. So, what do we have? We just have our consciousness, we just have our frequency vibration. So, while we're here, we have to do our best to understand how to expand that. And I do believe we can become intentional about where we, transcend into in the name of spiritual development. So, that's what astrology has been helping me to unlock.
Okay, that was deep. You went very deep there towards the end, you
Yeah, that's what they say I do. I try to keep it light. I try my best. All right, it's tough.
I thought you were about to say, "That's what she said." I was like, "Don't start."
Nah, I'll take that one.
Okay, so how you're talking about just learning astrology and using it to navigate your life. Well, how has learning and having some sort of mastery over astrology, even though we're always forever students, but just
Mhm.
how has learning astrology and mastering it a little bit, how has it impacted your life?
You coming with it tonight. You coming with the questions. All right. How has it not? How has it not?
Hmm.
When it comes into understanding cycles in my life, whether it's relationship cycles, whether it's different cycles dealing with attachments, whether it comes into understanding how to heal your own family environment, right? It's not just what you're applying to yourself. Now you have this science, you got your mother's chart, you have your father's chart. So
Hmm.
understanding why certain things, transpire in the home environment, how you can be I like to say, with spiritual awareness, more responsibility. So now you have this awareness. Now you're pretty much being anointed to bring solutions into different environments, right? Because you're understanding things from a more expanded point of view. So, I mean, I'd say personally for me, astrology has just like literally it's hard to condense this answer into one thing, but I'd say it'll have a lot to do with how I've been able to take initiative with shadow work. Really being able to understand like, okay, this is not something to take lightly. This is a lesson. This is something I incarnated here to conquer, right? So being able to, see these different influences play out in my life, but see confirmation through the stars, it helps me to feel empowered to tackle certain things, dealing with certain forms of karma and lessons, and be an example for others as much as I can. All right, and whether it comes into relationship activity, understanding how to be more wise and discerning when it comes into navigating that, and bringing stability into life on all levels, mental stability, emotional stability. Yeah, I know I'm a Cap. Well, for those of y'all that don't know, I'm a Capricorn moon rising. It's a lot of earth energy, and we got to get the coin. All right, we got to make sure our bag is right. So stability on all levels. All right. So yeah, astrology is just it's endless as far as how beneficial it is to navigating this experience in general.
I love that. I can definitely feel your passion for it.
Hmm. Hmm.
So how far you want to go with astrology? How hold on, let me see the question. So what what are your hopes for astrology in the future? Like how do you hope that we are able to integrate this into society more? Yeah, like what would you hope for it for this practice in the future? And then how far do you want to go with it?
Um, sometimes when we start things in life, we don't realize the potential we have with the things that we're doing. So, where I'm at right now with the community I'm trying to build, the awareness I'm trying to spread and build with the science, because of who I am and where I come from, I'd love I'd love to look back however many years from now and see this science be more common in the spaces in the neighborhood and the environment I come from. In the hood, we need a lot of healing. All right, we need a lot of healing. Okay,
Absolutely.
and the churches can't do it on their own. All right, we need to advance and expand on our different forms of churches. So when it comes into spirituality, I think we need that all over the place when it comes into our community. And I'd love to just look back and see a legacy as far as people where I come from that look like me, be able to grow up as teenagers and have access to the science and understand the significance of it. I wish when I have clients and they're like 19, 20, and they're booking readings, I said, you know what I would do to go back, and you know what I would do, if I could go back and gain this type of awareness at your age, but everything works in its divine timing. So, I'd just love to see that. I'd love to see that seed sprout a bit, you know, in the hood. That's why, I've stepped into the alias of the hood pastor, the ghetto, the hood guru and whatnot. Because at this point, I started to put a claim on that, so we can get some of this astrology, we could get some of this spiritual awareness in the hood. So that's one thing there. I have different endeavors as far as building different platforms for apprentice spiritualists, apprentice astrologers to be able to come to a space, an environment where they could connect with others, they can network, and they can learn how to tap into their power, tap into their gifts and their natural inclination for these things. I feel like there's so much people out in the world, especially in the age of Aquarius, especially in these times, that are tapping into all these different forms of spiritual callings in their life, and it's hard to navigate them because they may not have a reference, they may not have somebody in their personal life to communicate about these things to. So if I could just over time have somewhat of a hub environment, I don't know specifically how it looks like, but something where these people can come and they can develop themselves, they can spiritually develop with a community in that sense. So I know those are two main things I'd love to look back from some time now and be like, okay, I'm glad I got that done, and other people can grow from that, whether I'm here or not.
Mm. I love that. That's so honorable. Like I love that. I'm seeing in the chat too that a lot of people are resonating with that. Um, I love that goal. I love that goal.
Mhm.
And same as you, like I wish same. I used to always know my zodiac sign, kind of always like interested in it, but never learned more. And then once I got into it, everything started making so much sense. I always tell people like once I learned my moon sign, I was like,
It
take
game up like it was
over,
game over, huh?
take over. I was like, oh, now I get it. Now I get
Yep,
it.
yep.
And yeah, so I feel you. But I still feel like, we're still relatively young. The information, like us having the information, and even you being a teacher in this community, a preacher, sorry, pastor.
You know,
What is our church like? Am I supposed to do some sort of sign? Like, what is the church greeting?
uh, my like how we enter my church for the most part, we like to throw some holy water around. All right. Once again, shout out to my church members in the building. We like to sprinkle some blood. All right, blood of the hood. Ain't blood of Jesus, it's the blood of the hood. All right. So we like to sprinkle some, you feel me? We like to sprinkle some of that around, just spread some positive energy, help everybody usher the newbies in, the newcomers in a welcome space, make sure they don't feel out of alignment. A lot of the times astrology newcomers could come into it and be like, all right, boy, square, this is conjunction that, slow down now. So I try to make sure my church members are there for the newcomers as well. And then, they could gradually get aligned with the community.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Your church members are definitely in the building, Pastor. They're
All
there.
right, shout out to them. Shout out to them. They know what it is.
So yeah, absolutely love that. I love to see people like you, being leaders in the community, being teachers in the community, teaching all of this knowledge that you have and breaking it down like that.
Mhm.
I think you're gonna realize your goals, and I think you're the perfect teacher for those younger people that you're saying to seek you out. I think you make astrology sound cool, feel cool, feel like it's
Mhm.
something you can understand and you can break down. And yeah, I could definitely see you leading that way.
Thank you. Thank you. Gratitude. Gratitude. I appreciate that. And I received that.
You're welcome. All right, so let's get into the juicy topics that the people are here for. But thank you
All
for
right.
telling us about yourself, being transparent, telling us about your goals and dreams, and we all put positive energy towards that for you. But let's get into the topic. So I know you talk a lot about relationships. Like I said, I listen your YouTube channel, so I know you talk a lot about relationships. You're literally also a Libra, so I feel like you're the perfect you're the perfect person. Sorry, I don't know what's happening with my mouth, but you're the perfect person to talk about relationships tonight. So I know you talk a
Mhm.
lot about relationships, love potential, etc. I know you also have a masterclass coming up on the subject, so I'm gonna let you just tell the people what the masterclass will be about. Um, but why the emphasis on love and relationships? Is it as simple as that you're a Libra, or is there something deeper there?
Well, that kind of reverts me back to the first question you were asking about how has astrology helped me in my life. Being a Libra, right? We deal with a lot of relationship activity in general, and I'm not just condensing that down to romantic relationships. Just always being in social environments, knowing a lot of people, having to mediate, be in the middle, be the glue to a lot of situations. So, I just naturally aligned with, I would say, more of a niche in wanting to help people navigate or relationship influences. Uh, when it comes into our signs, we all have natural awarenesses of things better than others. So just being a Libra, there's times I could just see what little tweaks, little edits and fixes people may just need to make in their lives when it comes into manifesting more relationship success. I've been through my trials and tribulations and experiences. I've, experienced blissful moments in relationships. I've experienced all type of low moments in relationships. So I think that experience as well helped catapult me to be in a space where I could feel confident helping others understand how they can navigate healing relationship activity, how they could put themselves in positions to be successful when it comes into understanding how to vet prospects and understand, which opportunities really make sense. And, it just started naturally just oozing out that way, to be honest with you. And Yes, there is a master. I see your sister Sacred Owl. All right, my
She's
church
in
members
the
is
building. I
yeah.
love you. Thank you. She's hosting. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Tell the people a little bit about the masterclass really quick.
Yes, guys. Less than what? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days away from now. All right. On the 18th and the 19th, the What's Love Got to Do with It master class, guys. This is gonna be a foundational course, 2 day course, 2 day event, live event. And we're gonna be breaking down as much fundamentals when it comes into identifying relationship potential in your chart, identifying relationship karma, all right, and how to heal that, and a lot of other dope influences that you guys are going to be intrigued about when it comes into understanding mating seasons in your life, a lot of synastry tips and hacks. All right. So, I mean, I don't know what we're not going to cover. All right. You guys are going to be strapped in the name of love and relationship awareness. And I want to make sure everybody's able to take this knowledge and wisdom and, blossom in relationship activity from 2024 and beyond. All right, guys. So if you haven't grabbed the seat already, I want to make sure you go ahead and do that. Shout out to everybody that has grabbed their seat already.
I love that. I love the strapped in the name of love. That's so
Listen,
perfect. Strapped
listen.
in the name of love. Okay. So I'm gonna be reminding y'all towards the end as well about the masterclass. Definitely check it out. You know, perks of being me. I've already had a nice sneak peek into the masterclass and seen how it's set up. And I can say that it's a lot of information, a lot of wisdom. But what I like the most about it, it's still very Boro. It's still very you,
Mhm.
it's structured, there's information, but I know as well that you're going to allow yourself to flow and go deep, and a lot of possibility for interaction with the people. So if you guys come, I know your questions are going to be answered for sure. So if you have any love questions, any situationships, anything going on right now, and you want to know how to vet your partner, all of that, definitely check out the masterclass. It's gonna be. I'm excited for it. I'm definitely excited for it.
I do too. Thank you. Yes, yes, guys. Grab a seat.
All right. So Boro, let's for real. Let's get into it.
Get into the good stuff. All right. Let's get into the good stuff.
Let's get into it. So, how can we use astrology when it comes to love? How can we use astrology to help us with our relationship goals? Can we even use astrology to help us with our relationship goals?
Yes, you can. You can
Yes.
110% utilize astrology to help you with your relationship goals. And what everybody just needs to, we want to make things as simple as possible, guys, right? We want to make things as simple as possible. Family, we're all walking balls of energy. At the end of the day, we're all walking balls of energy and we're either repelling people or attracting people. Okay. If you have more awareness of understanding why your energy repels certain environments and people or attracts certain influences, that already places you ahead of the curve. All right. So you start to understand what to participate in, and if you're attracting things that you're not fond of, but if you understand this concept of the fact that you're the one attracting and repelling energies, now you understand that there's some internal work you could do, and that's allowing you to take initiative for your success when it comes into relationship activity. All right, now there's no better teacher than life.
Yeah.
Regardless of what I say up here, regardless of what your favorite astrologer, spiritual teacher says, there's no better teacher than life. However, we do have a lot of resources that can help us really extract, the wisdom out of different experiences. And part of what I've used to help cultivate the course as well. But with all that being said, astrology definitely helps you understand, past life influences, what energies are in your favor. Once again, that attraction repellent type influence you have in your life and how you can navigate that dynamic or transform that dynamic for more desired, opportunities or states in relationship activity. So yes, might be a long-winded answer, but astrology will get you right in the name of love. Yes, it will.
What do you have to say to the people who are like, I don't really believe in all that, like zodiac compatibility, like all of that, like, you know, astrology is everywhere now. I don't really believe in that. What do you have to say to people when they see things like that?
Yeah. My most blunt and direct, transparent answer about that is that I'm really not invested in converting people that don't believe in the science.
Mm.
As a quote unquote teacher, I love working and connecting with people who are eager to learn. and everybody's gonna, experience different phases and paths and journeys when it comes into personal spiritual development. And when you're ready to learn, the teacher will appear. So I honor the opportunity to, spread some awareness to the people who have an instinct of understanding, this is real life, this is spirituality, this is energy. Okay. And those are the people that I love to work with, those are the people that I love to see in church, those are the people I love to see in the chat right now. Okay. I often tell a lot of teachers, people that want to teach and ask me for advice, don't try to focus too much on a group of people in some type of shape or form. You want to throw your value out there and allow the students to come to you. All right. Allow the students to come to you, because you can kind of overwhelm yourself feeling like, you're trying to convert others. In a sense, it could feel like imagine somebody trying to start a campaign, trying to get all vegans to convert back to eating chicken and meat. You're gonna drive yourself crazy. You're gonna drive yourself crazy. All right. So it's almost in that sense. If they don't believe the science is true, they most likely haven't had the opportunity, or they haven't allowed themselves to, really dissect the science, really have somebody teach them about them, really navigate them through their own experiences to see how it correlates to the science. Because if you had that opportunity, then you would understand what's going on is real life, right? It would be impossible for you to deny it. Okay. So it comes down to your intrigue in wanting to learn, your curiosity to want to understand how these influences play out in your life.
Mm, I like that. I like that, and I agree. I very much agree. It calls to whoever it calls to, and once you
Mhm.
dive into it, like you said, you'll know. Once you dive into it, there some people just go into the rabbit hole, never get out. So that's how you know.
I ain't never leave yet. I ain't never Y'all can send some help if y'all want some food or something. All right.
So one of the questions that we got for tonight is, Boro, why do I keep attracting a specific sign? What does that mean? And also, I want you guys to put questions in the chat box. I'm actually going to tell you when, but I'm going to let you guys put questions in the chat box so that we can ask our lovely pastor here, our love pastor, some questions. So, one of the first questions was, Boro, why do I keep attracting a specific sign all the freaking time? I literally can't get away. What does that mean?
Okay, so I'll I'll formulate this answer in two different parts. So for one, once again, we are all different frequency vibrations, right? You take us out of our bodies, we are simply energy, okay? And the type of frequency vibration that you've came into this realm with is accumulated from your past life experiences. Is as simple as that. All right. So when it comes into how we navigate this experience, once again, everything we attract in our life is it comes with a reason to it. Everything, there's a reason to every single person, place, or thing you interact with. All right. And the more you understand that, then you can start understanding, how to manipulate your frequency vibration, how to move it into certain areas. Analogy I like to utilize when it comes into understanding energy and frequency vibration is as simple as a radio station. You're not going to hear certain songs, in a rock and roll station if you're trying to, hear hip hop. You're not on that hip hop frequency. All right. So if you want to hear a hip hop song, if you want, quote unquote, if you want relationship success in your life, or if you want financial success in your life, you're gonna find a way to, move your frequency vibration into that space. It's as simple as that, family. All right. And the second part to answering that question, it also comes down to understanding, because we didn't just land here, poof, out of nowhere, and this is our first lifetime. No, it's always an accumulation. It's always energy we've brought here, and it's going to continue to happen, right? So if we want to crystallize certain things for our next experience, it's best we take this experience serious, all right? And with that being said, if we're bringing things from the past life, that means we're bringing positive and negative things. And I really don't want to label energy as positive and negative, which we do have light, dark, positive, negative charges to energy. But for the most part, you're just bringing energy here. Some of this energy could play out as a gift. Some of this energy can play out as a talent. Some of you guys naturally, why do you guys think you do things, on an above average level by default, and you never really worked hard at it to develop this skill or this knowingness about something? You manifested that in your past life. All right. Now, when it comes into our karma, when it comes into certain cycles, when it comes into things that we have to learn, this is why you may be attracting. This is why you may be attracting that zodiac sign that is really just an energetic theme. So
Mm,
when we look at zodiac signs, yeah, these are constellations, but they're themes of energy. So if you find yourself uh in understanding that you're dealing with a certain cycle in this experience to have to learn something, then you might just have a certain sign, right? Or somebody that has a lot of energy of a certain sign coming into your life a lot of the time. So you could become more familiar with this energy. You could understand how to navigate this energy in some type of shape or form. So I'll just use myself just to conclude my answer real quick. I'm a Libra. All right. Our opposite sign is Aries. Okay. It is very likely that you will attract your opposite sign in general, in some type of shape or form, whether it's through your friendships, whether it's through adversaries and opponents and enemies, whether it's through your mates, whether it's your family members, your opposite sign. We all familiar with our opposite sign in some type of shape or form. And even if you can't detect the actual opposite sign, the people that you're connected with, the energy of your opposite sign is something that is familiar in your life. So with that being said, Aries is my opposite sign. And one thing, Aries are more assertive than Libras. All right. They're more individual because it's opposite. We're the relationship sign. They're the I am. They're the individuals. So I may attract a lot of Aries in my life to help me be more assertive, help me take more initiative with my individuality and understand the balance through working with my relationships and also having my individuality be seen in the world. So that has a lot to do with why we attract some of the same signs. If you're attracting the same sign over and over again, there's something to learn from them, and it's best you figure that out. All right. So that's my answer for that. You're muted. You're muted.
thank you. Thank you. I was saying, has it happened to you? Have you realized like you attract a similar sign all the time?
Yes. Yes. Aries is one of them. Aries, Aquarius is like my best friends down here.
Mm,
Aquariuses are like my best friends. They're like when it comes literally my best friend, family members, past mates. They're like the one sign that I track the most. And when I leave this realm, like those, that was my right hand man. They was always around. I'm always gonna meet a couple of Aquarius every year. All right. So Aries, and a lot of Leos. And the reason I track a lot of Aries and Leos is because I have a lot of Saturn energy in my chart. And
mm,
Aries and Leos, they have a lot of sun energy. So even though Leo's not opposite to Capricorn, and Aries is the opposite. The fact that these are the two signs that have a lot of sun energy, I will have those energies attract those people in my life to see the display of what sun energy looks like. Being more expressive, being more proactive with my goals and my actions or my thoughts and dreams and visions in some type of shape or form. Learning to embrace having fun. The sun likes to have fun. The sun likes to give life to things, as a Saturn type of influence, not to get too deep into certain influences yet, but we could be, really dormant, want to be in the office structure, build all day. And when the sun energy comes into my life, it helps me to learn to, drop my shoulders and live
mm,
a little bit, which I forget to do at times. So yes, that's why you always attract certain signs because they are here to show you something that you're most likely deprived of in some type of shape or form.
mm. I'm looking at the chat and everyone's just dropping who they're constantly attracting. And they do agree that they usually attract a lot of their opposites. I'm a Scorpio, I attract a lot of Aries. Usually it's
Mhm.
Capricorn and Scorpio. This helps so much. Thank you guys. Thank you, Bora. As a Libra, I respect that about Aries and Leo energy. All right, so the people are agreeing with you.
There we go. There we go.
Um, so you were saying earlier too, so when we attract a specific sign, based on like where they are in our chart, it's kind
Mhm.
of sending us a message on why we're kind of calling in that energy.
Yep. Yep. Basically, and that's we can attract that energy in a positive and negative state. All
Mm,
right. So I could be attracting a lot of Aries energy in a way where the Aries comes into my life and they're very encouraging. They help me to transform. They're very motivational. They help me to believe in my I am in a positive way. Or I could deal with an Aries in my life and they can be so invested into their individuality that it almost comes off selfish, but it'll still play out the same lesson. I'll still look at it like, damn, they're selfish, but maybe I need to be a little bit more selfish like that to, see my goals, get from point A to B. So either way, whether it you this is why we have to be careful calling experiences positive or negative, because if you learned what was negative about it, the behavior may have seemed negative, it may have seemed uncomfortable in some type of shape or form. But if you can leave an experience with some type of wisdom, then it's always going to be positive.
Why, in your opinion, why do we usually attract the signs of our seventh house? Because that's something that I've noticed within myself, within my chart, and it's something that has when I just got started in astrology. One of the things that really helped me to even just you know believe in this was I look around my life and I took inventory of all the people who were in my life. So I'm just talking about friends, everyone. And I swear to you, it was so much reoccurring signs. Like literally, I don't have a cancer around me. Like I barely know a cancer in my like vicinity, but it was like a lot of the same signs. And one of the things I noticed is that I usually attract the sign on my seventh house when it comes to relationships. So, in your opinion, why does that happen?
So the simple answer to that is when we look at the seventh house, what's opposite from the seventh house in your birth chart? The first house. The first house. Now, what is the first house? The first house is your selfish house because this is your personal house. This house has everything to do with your personal issues and circumstances in life. This house has to do with your personal aspirations and outlook in the world. It has a lot to do with your personal appearance, even when it comes down to your body, your physical appearance in some type of shape or form, how you look, your face. So if that's your first house, you're gonna need some type of influence to help you deal with a reflection of self. And that's what we get into in our seventh house. All right. So the sign and the energy in your seventh house is going to be a reoccurring theme in your life because they're here to give you reflection. They're here. This is why I tell a lot of people it doesn't matter if it's a soulmate, twin flame relationship, if it's a super karmic relationship. Friendships, relationships in general, being in interactive spaces help you to see yourself. It could be a 6-month fling. All right. Flings don't be lasting that long sometimes. It could be a 3-month fling. All right. That that experience is still gonna help you to see yourself. All right. This is why relationships are some of the most pivotal, experiences we can jump into to help us spiritually expand. All right. There's a lot that we could download in isolation. And my church members know I'm huge about understanding how we could spiritually grow through states of isolation and detachment. Okay, because that just helps us to get closer to source and attract the things we're really in alignment with. But when it comes into relationship activity, we need an adversary, we need a mirror, all right, in some type of shape or form. And your seventh house dynamic helps us to understand what influences will mirror your first house, who you truly are. All right. So yes, that's what relationship activity in that seventh house is going to do for you time and time again.
So, what are Libras supposed to be teaching me then? The
What
like,
are Libras? What are Libras supposed to be teaching you?
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. You got a lot of Libra traits already. You smile a lot. You're relatable. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out though. I'm gonna have to study that myself.
maybe I'm a little bit balanced. I don't know. We'll check that out. We'll check that out.
Maybe.
But I literally can't get away. I literally can't get away. Or go you being on my life tonight.
Listen, listen. I know we represent the balance, but Lord have mercy. That is an ongoing task for us as well. So when you find out how to get that right, holla at me, please.
So I know you recently did, I think maybe even yesterday, a live on the astrology of Valentine's Day and everything like that.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about this Valentine energy? Because I don't know, I feel like this Valentine wasn't giving. It wasn't the same. To be honest, I was scrolling down my timeline, and this year there was a little bit less people flexing. It's like I ain't seeing the girlies posting the room with the flowers and the balloons. What's going
Mhm.
on?
I said, if anything, I seen a lot of anger about Valentine's Day. Seen a lot of projection out there, like, you know what, I'm sick of Valentine's Day. All right, I'm sick of y'all being if you're happy and in love, I don't get off my timeline. So I was seeing a lot of that, and we are definitely in some transformative times right now, extremely transformative times right now, and we specifically started to deal with a heavy amount of friction in the air. A lot of it had to do with Mars and Pluto energy. So if you know anything about Mars and Pluto energy, they're not the biggest advocates for relationship influences. All right. They feel like, having others with you can slow you up at times. They're very individual, they're very passionate, they're impulsive, and those traits, it's a great thing to be passionate about, the potential to build love and connection with somebody. But when you throw the traits of impulsiveness, strong sense of individuality, Mars and Pluto, they're extreme. So we were dealing with a lot of that energy. We're still dealing with a lot of it, right now, is basically as the course of this week, progresses. So this was definitely a space where a lot of us, we were impatient dealing with what we feel like we should deserve around this time. I'm hearing a lot of stories today, I've been interacting with some ladies today, and they're telling me stories about them and their friends, how their guys wasn't showing up promptly as they should be. So I already was saying this coming into Valentine's Day, like, be careful, guys. Be a little bit open and try not to force your love language or force your partner's efforts in some type of shape or form. If they're going to display their effort in whatever type of way they're going to do it, that's what they're going to do. All right. That's going to be their prerogative, within the relationship activity. But yes, this was somewhat of a sticky Valentine's Day as far as what we feel like we personally deserve. And we might have got a little extreme, might have got a little bit, tapped into ego more than we should have been. All
Mhm.
right. And that could affect a lot of things dealing with patience. We're definitely in a time where a lot of people are dealing with personal transformations and understanding how that's gonna affect their reality. So I'm pretty sure there was a lot of situations out there where Valentine's Day events or potential situations didn't manifest in some people's eyes simply because some people are in real individual states in general right now, and it was hard for them to get out that bag in a way. So yeah, it definitely was just is a sticky was a sticky week for Valentine's Day for sure this week. All right. And I definitely was harping on that coming into the week.
For sure. I like it's funny when you know astrology and you just start seeing these things. It's very funny because just
Mm.
looking at the transit, kind of had a feeling it was not going to be the best week, and just to see a lot of what is the word I'm looking for? Mm, no, it's not the right word. I was gonna say moguls, but it's not. Just to see a lot of, I will say, regular people just affirming that like this week was not great. I'm like, I knew that. Get into
Mhm.
your chart. So most definitely, most definitely. Okay, okay. So this is a question period. So drop a few questions in the chat. I'm gonna pull up one too.
All
I'm
right.
gonna
All
just drink
right.
some water really quickly. So let me know if you guys have any questions in the chart before we move on to our next segment.
All right. All right. Let them shoot, family. Let them shoot. Okay.
But so far, I'm very much enjoying this interview.
Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am as well. All right. I hope everybody else in the building is as well.
Alright, I'm seeing this question here. What am I attracting with three stelliums, Aquarius, Pisces, Capricorn, plus heavy placements in Scorpio? I think we might need clarification, but I'm gonna let you go, girl.
Okay, so for the most part, you have a lot of Saturn energy in your chart. All right, you have a lot of Saturn energy and Scorpio, heavy placements in Scorpio. Scorpio is a sign that kind of struggles with influences of love at times because it's such a sensitive sign towards emotions. All right. So for one, you having a lot of Saturn energy in your chart, at times you're gonna have to learn how to be more open and receptive towards, love, towards connection. Saturn likes to place blocks and guards. All right. And it could be so subconscious how you do this at times when somebody's trying to connect with you and you may not realize how hard you're making it for them to try to get in there. And at the same time, this could be a positive thing because we shouldn't just let anybody into our, into our personal private space. People have to be deserving and show their true colors in order to build intimate connections with us. So you just want to continue to gauge, all right, how you go about placing blocks and guards and restrictions on people that you actually see potential connection with, and just working through that vulnerability that Scorpio energy brings you at times. With all that Scorpio energy, once Scorpio start liking to love somebody, I'll be like, you know what? I changed my mind about this because I'm starting to like you too much. Okay. And I even asked for all of this. All right. I'm thinking about you when you're not around. And sometimes and I have a lot of Scorpio energy myself. All right. So I'm speaking from experience. We're one of the main signs that could kind of get a little self-sabotagey. Okay. So you just want to be aware of that and allow yourself to be more open, allow yourself to flow more when it comes into any potential building connections with others. All right.
I love that. Shout out to Lotus Elise in the building. Shout out to Keen. Keen said, men wanted to be shown that they're valued and loved beyond sex and Valentine's. What you got to say about that, Boro?
Men wanted to be shown that they're valued and loved beyond sex this Valentine. I do my best. I do my best to try to stay as balanced as possible when we talk about masculine and feminine energy in modern times today. And that is a that is a unique observation right there. You being, a representative of the divine feminine, noticing that because I believe this is a time where a lot of us are overly promiscuous. A lot of us are not understanding the spiritual significance when it comes into building intimate connections. And I think you probably realize that because there may be a lot of men out here that actually want to build, true connections, and they feel like they're not able to really penetrate to some women's subconscious because maybe their mentality is not set on building a deep connection in some type of shape or form. Now, everything ain't for everybody. All right. So we can't just say that's the whole collective, that's all men, that's all women. I don't believe in any ideologies. I think that's ignorant when we put everybody in a pool in some type of way. But I think that's what it has a lot to do with it. We're in times where, you know, um, once again, we're in some deep transcending spiritual times in general. And when you're learning to know yourself, you want to be in groups that people that can support that or align with that. So when it comes into relationships in general, people want to find their mates on a spiritual level, and they're getting tired of surface level bonding. All right. So maybe you just happened to see a display of some men being more expressive of that. Me myself, I wasn't on social media as much yesterday. It's been a lot going on this week, especially preparing for the master class and a lot of work. And I also knew it was going to be a lot of forms of projection on social media dealing with Valentine's Day. So I kind of sent that warning out to my church, like, listen, if you're sensitive and you easily are affected by what's going on in these social media streets, be careful on Valentine's Day, and regardless, make sure you're pouring into yourself every day of the year as you should. Okay, but that's my answer for that. That's my answer for that, especially because as a man, when it comes into our birthdays, when it comes into these special holidays, we all right. What else other than sex? What else? Is you gonna do something special for me, baby? All right. And I think that's part of what it is as well. All right.
Okay. You touched on the subject, so I'm gonna ask you this. Let's touch on like a little bit like the astrology of like situationships, because why are we struggling so hard? Like, why are we struggling so much in relationships? Why are we struggling so hard to relate, to commit, to vet, to, and it could even be spirituality wise as well. So you can throw that in there. But
Mhm.
yeah, in your opinion, why the struggle so much?
When you are one thing is common that separates couples a lot of time is somebody growing and the other party not being able to catch up or align with the process. So I think there's a disparity here in the age that we're in with this sector of people wanting to personally spiritually develop and this sector getting a little bit too caught up into the different programs, keyword programs out in the world in different forms of media, social media, of course. Okay. And the age of Aquarius, when we look at Aquarius energy in general, Aquarius energy is very transactional. Aquarius energy is very transactional. Okay. So I think there's just a lot of us that have got a bit condensed in too much of a transactional space and less, a little bit too numb towards building emotional connections. And listen, relationships are transactional. Don't get me wrong. If you can't, if you can't be used in some type of shape or form, then relationships ain't for you. All right. So we're all using people in some type of shape or form, and you need to be open to being used in the world in general, right? But with that being said, I think that's a real multifaceted dynamic when we're looking at the age that we're in, when we're looking at the different programs that are pretty much trying to keep the divide in the world. Don't think a lot of what's going on in the world with people struggling to find relationships success has is not influenced by a lot of different programs, the powers that be, and just different changes in the infrastructure of the world that's kind of keeping us condensed with how we think and feel about these influences, and ultimately that affects your frequency vibration. If you can allow a program to affect how you think about something, now you start to feel on that. Now that's your character. Now that's your frequency vibration, and now you're creating these cycles in your life of what type of relationship activity that's consistent in your life. So one of the main things, once again, shout out to all my church members in the building. Okay, they could go ahead and emphasize a lot of the things that I'm saying up here. But one of the main things to take initiative when it comes into your relationship activity is your mentality and your attitude about it. Is your mentality and attitude about it. All right. If you believe there's no if you believe chivalry is dead, then most likely you ain't gonna meet a gentleman like myself. I'm just playing y'all. But you ain't gonna meet a man that believes in those concepts, right? If I was going around projecting, man, there's no good women, all women are masculine and women don't want this and the third, that is going to be my reality. But that's not the case. All right. There's a lot of beautiful, caring women in the chat right now. Okay. So we have to be careful of how the external realm is creating all these different concepts that we're starting to develop in our life. We're starting to make our reality. Once again, this is why detachment, isolation, and just fasting from that social media thing from time to time, you'll see how much of a healthy space you can move into and the type of different people, places, and things you start to attract. All right, guys. All right. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. I know there's a lot going on in the world today. All right, guys. But it starts with you and it starts with what's going on inside here. It's always going to start with what's going on inside here, period. No matter what they saying on this podcast, no matter what they saying in this video, your friend reposted, it starts in here. And you don't have to be a part of all the madness that you guys may see. All right. All right.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. The chat is going wild, so I know everybody is feeling that. Thank you for that.
Chat. Shout out to the
Uh,
chat.
you guys have a lot of really good questions. I starred them. We're gonna keep them coming. I'm gonna throw them in there, so no worries. Um, so you talked about Valentine's Day. How was your Valentine's Day?
I'm gonna choose to plead the fifth and be private about it, but it was lovely.
Yeah. What'd you
Yes, it was
do?
a great. It was a good one. I just, uh, I just had my own little sacred space shared with somebody else. All right. I'm not too big about throwing my experiences out there for the world to know, but for the most part, it was a nice, healthy experience, a nice, healthy Valentine's Day. All right. Nice, healthy exchange of energy between me and somebody else. And that's what that was. All right. For the most part, it's been honestly, it was a lot of resting going on too. Our brother been tired. All right. It's been a lot of working going on. So I made some early posts and I went and exhaled, during my love day. And that's exactly what it was.
Nice to hear. Nice to hear. All right.
Mhm.
So, how do we actually use astrology and spirituality as tools to vet our partnerships? So, I know this is something that you are going to talk a lot more about in your masterclass. But if you can give us a little bit of the tea here, so like, how do we actually vet partnerships for long-term potential and commitment. And if you can give us some examples too. So I'll let you answer and then you can give us some examples as well.
Okay, yep, no problem. All right, guys. So when it comes into certain influences and energies, right? When it comes into your energetic makeup in your birth chart, there's certain placements in your chart, certain influences in your chart that highlight relationship activity specifically. All right. Now, when you are able to identify these placements, just a few to name, your Venus placement, seventh house placements of whatnot of sorts. When you understand these are the influences that are attracting certain mates, now when you start looking at the mates that you're attracting and the different cycles you're experiencing within relationships, whether they're positive or negative, this is helping you to understand what frequency vibration you're riding when it comes into relationship activity. And this is a concept that we could take into anything. There's some people, when it comes into career opportunities, you might have a pessimistic outlook on what you feel like you deserve and what you're able to claim and establish in career, and that's the frequency vibration that's creating certain cycles with your career influences in your life. So when we look at relationship activity, we want to just dial in on specific influences. All right. A lot of them have to do with our sense of self worth, self value, our self love. And the funny thing about it, when you get deep into, when you get into concepts of astrology, it's helping confirm things about life in general. All right. So astrology is literally the study of life. So you'll have, a relationship coach out here emphasize pouring into yourself to manifest success in in activity, pouring into yourself and valuing positive things, because that's going to help create a force field where you're only able to attract certain mates. And that's specifically what we're highlighting in the chart, just in a more pinpointed way of actually seeing the energetic formula of how to do that. All right. So understanding how you push certain energy out. And remember, a lot of things we do in life are subconscious. We don't know that we're radiating certain influences, but if you could become more conscious, more intentional about how you're pushing certain energies out that are reflecting, what you're attracting or whatnot, then you start to learn how to become more, you know, take more initiative for how you're gonna show up in the world and take accountability for how you show up, what that attracts. Okay. But yes, there's a number of placements. Like I said, grab a seat, family, because there's a number of things we're gonna be talking about that y'all need to look at in your birth chart when it comes into uh attraction in general. But that's really what it is. We want to look at a couple of placements, understand how those placements, whether you know it or not, are going to reel in a certain influence. The question is, are you going to reel in the positive influence of that energy or the negative influence of that energy? And that comes down to if you're vibrating positively or negatively. Point blank, period. You're muted.
Yeah, I realize. Thanks. Before you give us some examples of what you're talking about, we have a couple things in the chat. Like, I just have to bring it up. So
Mhm.
Lotus is going crazy in the chat right now, and I agree. We got to pull up some of these stuff.
Shout out
So
to Lotus. I see you.
shout out to Lotus. So she said, I seem to attract men who are on the brink of their healing journey initiation. How do I attract a divine masculine already healing? And then a second, well, like let's say part two to the question is I think I speak for most of the ladies. Where do we find the men on their healing journey? Pastor Boro, the women are asking you, where are the men doing their shadow work?
Oh, y'all throwing me on the hot spot tonight, huh? That's what y'all trying to do. Um, Ladies,
Thank
y'all gotta
you.
understand something. Let me tell y'all something, ladies. You guys are natural healers in general. You guys are walking moons. So, Miss Lotus Elise, I know you feel like these are the type of men that you're attracting, but if I had to ask you if men are the only people you're healing in your life, I think you would say no, right? I think you're healing a lot of different people in general. Okay. So a lot of that could be a huge influence of you guys having to be anointed and called into positions to heal people in general. And it just happens to show up in your intimate romantic life in some type of shape or form. But for a lot of my church members, like I'm really open about uh a lot of my relationship experiences and activity, not what I got going on like currently if I'm dating somebody until things crystallize. But for the most part, I've been open about my journeys with abstinence and whatnot. And uh I've realized on this journey, when you're abstaining or whatnot, and you're allowing yourself to take a seat back from relationship activity, it creates a space where you can shoot down ego a little bit. Some of us don't even understand how much our ego is in the way when it comes into relationship activity. Some of us don't understand what it truly means to heal, how to even go about healing. All right. So when you take your healing journey seriously and you're really in the midst of that, that's going to crystallize other people that may be in the midst of their healing journey as well. You guys got to learn how to heal together in some type of shape or form. All right, Lotus, you may definitely be attracting a lot of people, a lot of men in your life that they need your experience. They needed your influence in some type of shape or form to understand how to propel their healing journey in some type of shape or form. And I know it's a tough pill to swallow, guys, but some people are only in our lives for a certain amount of time. Some people are only in our lives and they have a quick expiration date. So if we're able to extract what each experience means, then that helps us not to hold resentment as to how things manifested in general, right? When you move in love, when you're really in your healing stages, you could exit a situation and wish the best for somebody because you understand it's all experiences. You understand you guys both had something to learn in some type of shape or form. But ladies, that is definitely important. You guys are natural healers, and like I said, your moon energy is dealing with nurturing, is dealing with understanding, is dealing with caring. All right, it's dealing with connection, it's dealing with clairvoyance. Okay, you guys are naturally, as women, you guys are naturally in that energy every day. As a man, I'm in a projection energy every day. What do I need to go out and do out in the world? What energy do I need to push out? What action do I need to take? And at times it takes a minute for me to reflect on what's going on internally. Not me. I gets to the reflecting, but I'm just using myself as an example as a man. So it's a yin and yang, ladies. It's a yin and yang. Okay. And y'all need to kind of learn how to honor that, how to honor that sense of duality when it comes into connections. So you don't feel like you've been depleted in these situations. These situations should make you feel empowered, understanding the power you have in general, to help initiate and help somebody's healing journey progress. That's a lot of power right there. That's a lot of power. All right. Well, great power comes great responsibility, and not everybody deserves that power from y'all. So this is why I'm big on discernment. This is why I'm big on boundaries, and I'm big on allowing people to work to get in your space to show that they're deserving of being able to access that form of help from you, to be able to access that form of spiritual resource from you in general. So you have to be able to vet people and see how serious they are about growing in general. So you don't just jump out the window because you're a healer, right? You're a moon. You just don't jump out the window. Okay, let me heal you. That brother didn't deserve your time. He was just talking about healing. He's not serious about his healing journey. Like, he just wants that to lead into something. So that's what that one is about, y'all.
Uh, Y'all are making Boro nervous tonight. Keep asking questions, ladies. That's why he's here.
Listen. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Shoot them out, y'all. Shoot them out.
But okay, so this takes me to this question for real because in the spiritual realm, like you said, women were moons and whatnot, but not all women, but a lot of us women are awakening to our gifts or have awakened and know our powers and connecting with ourselves and to the divine feminine and really starting to embody that like in this realm. As a man, what do you see happening in your realm? Like, do you feel like your brothers are starting to understand or like because I can never speak because I can just see it for who I see around me and I see women really tapped in spiritually, but I don't know for the men if I can still yet say that. And I understand that it's a little bit different. We're more naturally connected. So what do you see? What do you see?
Okay, so I just turned 30 in October, previous October last year, and my whole 20s, I was going on and off journeys dealing with abstaining,
Mm,
wanting to prove to myself that I can have control over my fleshly desires, learning that I can have discernment and discipline, sexual discipline. And, I've had my ups and downs with it, but throughout my whole 20s, I was working at it. And I feel like I'm finally at a space where I could sustain it, easy with the pressure, with the urges, with the temptations, and I understand what I'm doing at this point in my life. Now, the reason I bring that up is because in this journey, I needed help. I needed support. I needed guidance. And there's a lot of people that throughout my 20s I've subscribed to on YouTube, a lot of, you know, uh self-development coaches, right? All masculine energy, a lot of self-development coaches, uh a lot of quote unquote dating coaches and whatnot. And not that I was paying attention to them for relationship advice, but more so whatever advice they had to help a man understand how to navigate, these disciplined journeys, right? So, you know, uh, I've just learned a lot. I've learned a lot in that space. And because I know I've had to search other men for support and help in this space and to learn from their experiences, that shows me that I do know there's a lot of men out there doing the work and healing. This is why, once again, like, social media is the devil, guys. I'm sorry, but social media is really the devil, because social media will have you thinking that the whole world is the way it is on social media, and it's really not. It's really
Mm,
not. There's people in love. Like, there's people in fruitful relationships. Like, y'all know people in everybody in here probably got examples of somebody in a fruitful relationship and something healthy. Okay. Uh, so we have to, this brings me back to the subconscious programming. Like, everything is not how it seems on social media. Sometimes I have to tell my own, like, me and my bros was having a talk not too long ago, and I'm like, yo, bros, what are niggas always saying about women on social media nowadays? They're masculine, they superficial, this, that, and the third. And this is a couple of us. This is like five of us having this conversation. I'm like, how often do we deal with these type of women that niggas are saying is all over the place? How often? And they're like, not that often. Now, I was having a talk with a good sister of mine not too long ago, very recently. She mentioned something about black men not showing up for black women.
mm,
That one hurt my heart. That one hurt my heart. All right. And I had to ask her, I said, tell me about your personal experiences about, your connection with black men. Is this your personal experience? And she told me, she was like, not necessarily. Like, my father and mother was married, and, like, the black men I dated they've been cool. They've been good. Nothing too drastic. So I'm like, where's this concept coming from? If you wasn't on social media ever, you probably would have never developed this type of ideology. So we really, it's really scary. It's kind of scary how much we've embodied what we think is going out in the world, just because, there's a lot of people that can jump on the internet and expand on these conversations, which a lot of these conversations are needed. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. A lot of these conversations with a relationship activity is needed. But when you could just detach from what's going on in the world and get back to the inner work, you'll start realizing, like, all right, I'm bugging. Now that I really think about it, my relationships be going this way. Now that I really think about it, I be attracting people like this. You start realizing, like, damn, I was really running with a program. I was really running with a program. Okay. So that's why I do my best to, nip it in the bud when I see certain comments in my live streams that play out victim mentality. I don't want that mentality spread in my church, because any type of victim mentality or relationship activity is only going to perpetuate the cycle that you're either creating, or the illusion of a cycle that you're in some type of shape or form, because you'll have women or men complain about things that are not even happening in their life. They're not even happening in their life in some type of shape or form, right? So we got to just make sure we get right within, get right with God, okay, and we'll be all right.
I agree with something you said about just looking around you, looking at your personal experience, look around you, and see for yourself. I have conversations like that too on a daily where like men will be like, not all men, but some men will be like,
Mhm.
all women want is just like money, and like these girls, they don't want to do, they don't want to be traditional, or all they want me is for money, and I'm just, or like all women want is just like money and security, and I just literally be asking them like, look around you. Your auntie, your mom, she married for love. She married for money, or she married for love, because you're that.
Where did this concept come from? Where?
And I see that all the time because I'm like, okay, tell me, one of your aunties, one of your moms, one of your cousins who married for money, show me them first, and then I'll serve you. And they'd be like, and I'm like, yeah. So I agree with you when you say that things happen on social media, and then we kind of take it like, oh, that's how it is. But really, all you have to do is just take a step back, look at your life, look at your neighborhood, and realize, oh, not everything is happening. You're absolutely right when it
And
comes to
can I and let me just throw one thing in there too. One more thing before we move on from that. A lot of these examples are really showing a small percentage of people. So women that are all masculine, this, that, and the third, this is be a small percentage of women.
that.
Men that are starting families and not there to raise their children, this is a very small percentage of men. Why you think this man has 3 or 4 baby mothers? Because it's 5 women sharing this one man. All right. So that's a small percentage of men. It's probably less than like 10% of black men, 20% of black men in some type of shape or form, hypothetically speaking, whatever the number of statistics is. So you cannot start taking these, and that's one thing we do. We in general, when it comes into these conversations, we like to take examples and inflate them and make it seem like, that's everything, that's everybody's circumstance. It's really not. I can't remember the last time I've dealt with a super aggressive, masculine woman, this and the third, because as soon as I pick up on the traits, I'm out of there. So, I only know caring, understanding, patient, spiritually influenced. That's the only type of women I know. All right. So I don't hear that when it comes into my bros. I'll be telling them too, if they start dealing with that form of projection, I'm like, bro, cut it out. Cut it out. And if that's really how you feel, then you fix whatever you got to fix internally to see why that's what you're attracting. Anybody that says there's a problem with the pool, you better figure out how to get in another pool. That ain't the only pool. All right. And that's that on that.
I like that. I agree with you. We manifest our reality, um, as Tiffany says here. Totally true. What you want to see is what you'll see. That's for sure. That is for sure. So let's move on to what signs of the signs like you, because
Mm.
I know you're gonna put that in your master class. So give us a little sneak peek here. But I really like that part of the master class is what I'm the most excited about, because it is true. Like I saw you did a live like way back around this, and it's so true that when certain signs like you, there's small things that they'll do, and it just makes me laugh because I'm like, oh, astrology is so fucking real, man, because it's so freaking true. Like even on that live, you called me out. So let's based on our charts,
Yep.
let's look at signs that the signs like you. We'll break it down by elements.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
who do you guys want us to start with? Which element first? Fire, water, air. Let us know down below. Um, and I'll make it even spicier.
Spice it up. Spice it
Let
up.
me let me let me see what they saying first, and then I'll make it spicier. Okay, we said air. Perfect.
That
Oh, no, we said fire first. Oh, we said fire first. See, fire. They they quick with the fingers. So we said fire first. So Boro, since you said you had your experiences and whatnot, what are some signs? What signs have you picked up on when a fire woman has been into you? Let's start with that, and before you give the generalization. So, how do you know an Aries, a Leo, or Sagittarius woman has been into you in the past?
okay. One thing about fire, I already know where this is going. I already know we about to get turned up right now. Y'all ready, y'all? Y'all ready for this for real? Y'all ready for this? All right, let's do it. Now, fire sign women. Fire in general is dealing with expression. It's dealing with expression. It brings light, it spreads awareness. Fire is very action oriented, but fire is very futuristic. Fire is the element that rules the future. Okay. So me personally, I don't know if fire sign woman is into me because it's gonna be in her expression, but not just in her expression. She's gonna be trying to do things to force me to express how I feel. That's the thing you have to keep in mind when it comes into the love language of fire signs. They need to see you put that love and emotion or your thoughts about the relationship into the light. They need to see it in your actions. All right. You could be dealing with a fire sign woman, and let's say you deal it's some let's say a fire sign woman is dealing with a nonchalant guy, right? Let's say a fire sign woman is dealing with a nonchalant guy. You got this Leo woman dealing with this Aquarius man. He don't know how to express things about his feelings and emotions. He knows how to throw word salad every time she brings up conversations about what we doing, where we going. Now, let's say they get into an argument and he gets heated. He starts yelling. Instinctively, intuitively, the Leo woman is gonna look at this like, okay, I knew he liked me because he would not be expressing himself like this if he didn't like me, if he didn't love me. Don't nobody get all riled up about you like this. So it's read through the expression. All right. That fire sign woman wants to see your actions in some type of shape or form, your physical expression, display how you feel inside. Even if you listen, you could communicate to the fire sign woman as much as you want. Your behavior, your actions, your movement, the things you do, that is not going to go over her head, and she's going to need to see that, all right, in some type of shape or form. All right, now to briefly hover over them, Aries. Now see, we're splitting these up by elements, but they all have their different unique preferences, guys. They all have their different unique preferences based off the archetype of each sign. So even though you may share the element with a sign, you are completely different, and that's something we need to understand about astrology. Something we need to understand. All 12 signs are completely different, whether they share a ruling planet, right? I'm a Libra. I share Venus as a ruling planet, just the way Taurus do, but we're completely different, even though we may have some similarities. All right. So that goes with every sign. So with Aries, Aries is ruled by Mars. So they're gonna be Mars is very passionate, right? Mars is very passionate. It's direct, it's blunt, it's at times aggressive and forceful, but it's intentional. More than anything, it's intentional. So with an Aries woman, it's when Aries women like you, she's in fight or flight mode. It's not no guessing around, little conversations here and there to see this. That. No, they have to kind of find out if you like them, and then they're gonna go in. That's just what it is. They're not going to entertain the situation if they don't feel like there's potential for this for that person to reciprocate energy, because they deal with a lot of vulnerability. Mars don't got the time for that. Mars don't have time at all. It's impatient. So the Aries woman, she'll probably have her friend talk to you. She probably got a Gemini friend or something. She probably have her friend talk to you like, yeah, what you think about my homegirl? This and the third. Relay some information so she could just go to war. She could just be intentional. And now she got her target. Okay, he liked me. I'm going in there. Let me express something. Let me walk up to him at work. Let him know what it is. Like, hey, you trying to go out this week? She asks you out on a date. All right. So the Aries woman, you're gonna see it in her expression, but with the Mars temperament there, they get into fight or flight mode when they like you. Leo woman. Now we're dealing with sun energy. All right. Sun energy brings life, brings a lot of vitality. It lights things up. The sun is very playful. The sun is very playful. The sun play around too much sometimes. That nigga be playing around right now. It'd be 6 o'clock. That nigga be like, all right, yeah, I'm out of here. Like, where'd you go, son? You play too much. You're hiding too early. Okay. And it's about to be spring season now. That nigga gonna pop back out. So that nigga be playing around too much. All right. But with that being said, the Leo woman, she gonna be mad flirtatious, and like some of these signs, it's not tricky. Some of these signs it could get tricky. Some of these signs is very blatant. Leo is one of the more blatant ones because they're gonna be touchy feely with you. They're gonna joke around with you a lot. They're gonna play around with you a lot. They see you coming to the party. Hey, Boro, how you doing with your big ass forehead? Like as soon as I walk in the party, you already snapping, girl. She's like, I'm just playing. You look cute. Oh my God, your outfit. Then she starts to throw sunlight on me. Look at your outfit. Look at your shirt. I like how you get your hair done. This, that. The Leo woman gonna put that light on. She can put that sunlight on you. She can make you throw you on the stage. She gonna exalt you with attention in some type of shape or form, knowing that she wants that reciprocated eventually. But that's how the Leo woman gonna show that she like you through her expression in combination with sun energy. And then Sagittarius. Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is very expansive. Jupiter loves to explore, experience new things. It also likes to teach and learn. So when you're talking about the Sagittarius woman, she's going to be expressive as far as being curious about where you may be at in life, the things that you're into, the things that you've experienced. They're also very playful as well too. All right. Actually, all the fire signs, they'll give that off. Even Aries too, a little bit. Aries just a little bit more aggressive at times. All right. But yeah, Sagittarius, a lot of the time. But Sagittarius, yes. Sagittarius, they'll be playful with you, but you'll see the intrigue as far as them wanting to understand where you're at in life so they could see how they could merge experiences with you, how they can merge exploration with you in some type of shape or form. And, also seeing, highlighting, some form of knowledge that you have. Like, wow, boy, you real smart about that. You should teach me about my astrology. You should teach me about what you be saying about the divine feminine healing, this, that, and the third. Like, they're trying to usher you into their life to help them expand, even if they're not spiritual. Well,
Mm,
I can't even say that they're not spiritual, but quote unquote, because Sagittarius, they be spiritual. Sometimes be spiritual, don't even know it. But
mm.
that's what's going on with the Sagittarius. She's gonna want to usher you into some type of merging of experiences, and they're really playful and they're very charismatic. They have very charismatic personalities, but when it comes to you, you're gonna see the switch of how they extra light up when it comes into you. All right, shout out to the fire signs.
Drink your water, drink your water. Thank you. What I was gonna say is, um, going forward, I will ask you. So you're gonna have to break it down, men and women, because we got a lot of ladies in the building, so they're trying to know how their fire sign dude, what the signs of the fire signs dude. Okay, so I don't want you to go over it a second time. So
Okay.
next element, this one we'll do it separately, but next
Mhm.
element, like Cancer, women, and if the Cancer guy. Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. Who we moving on to next?
Yeah, give the ladies some team. So run us quickly down the fire sign men. How do we, know that they're serious? How do we know they're not just playing around? How do I know that they're putting pressure?
All right, how they applying pressure. All right, let's go back. Let's jump back to Aries. The Aries man don't got the time, just like the Aries women don't got the time. Now, the thing with the Aries man is they not really the best with expressing their feelings and emotions like that. They really honor their privacy. They really honor their personal space. As a woman, even if you have a lot of individual energies, I believe as humans, we all crave affection, whether we want to admit it or not. We all crave affection and connection. But when it comes into, there's a different dynamic that I've been able to realize when it comes into women and men. In general, men can honor isolation better than women that, live to feel that sense of connection with somebody. So when it comes into the Aries woman, yes, she's quote unquote passionate and intentional, whatnot, but it's in the state of trying to connect in some type of shape or form, no matter how individual she is. The only clash with her is at times her individuality may become a problem in a relationship because she may try to impose her individuality too much, but nonetheless, she wants to be in a relationship to even do that in the first place. Now, the Aries man, because the Aries man is one of the archetypes that really honors their personal space, it's not going to be no guessing game with the Aries man when the Aries man wants you. They're simply just intentional. Some of them don't got quote unquote game, as you would say. All right. They're not gonna try to make like, play the flirty game with you to stand the third. Like they're gonna really express to you that like, yo, I want you. That might be the first thing they say to you too. Like, yo, so what's your name? I seen you around. Look, listen, I want you. It's like why I don't know how to dance around. I'm Mars. I'm direct. I'm intentional. Like that's what it is. I want you. Do you think you want me? Want me too? Like what's up? All right. So they get into like a fight or flight mode. It's like, I'm not gonna play around with her. I'm gonna go up to her tomorrow after class, tell her, like, yo, what's up? I've been having my eyes on you. Like, I want you. What's up? What were you doing for real? Like, we could deal with the playing around and the flirting and all of that afterwards. I'm not gonna play around, flirt with you, and then let you know I want you. No, I want you. I'm intentional. I got a lot of things going on. I'm very passionate, brother. I got these different goals and ambitions here, here and there. Is you down for the ride? All right. So the Aries man is mostly gonna approach you like that. The Leo man, some of these archetypes are going to be similar with the very close, excuse me, when it comes into the man and the woman. So Leo's is one of them. The Leo man, he's see you at school, like, okay, I see you. Say something about your hair, say something about your outfit. If you come around the Leo man, every time you come around this nigga, he validating you. Oh my god, damn, hair on fleek, damn, lash, who, damn girl, that's the French tip. Like, I mean, he noticing everything about you, he throwing a spotlight on you all the time. He may not be intentional and say, like, yo, I want to do this, that, and the third with you. But every time you see this man, he throwing you in the spotlight. Yes, he's trying to let you know, like, look, this is how it'll be. Subconsciously, he's trying to let you know this is how it'll be if you mess with the brother. All right, you always gonna be in the spotlight. You always gonna be validated, like especially next to me. You gonna be that trophy wife because they believe they them niggas. All right, so you being next to them, they gonna try to let you know, like, you need to be next to a nigga like me. All right, you gonna make me look better. If I say some shit to you like that, the Leo man. All right, so it's gonna be a lot of that. Then the Sagittarius man. Women love the approach of the Sagittarius man, because Sagittarius energy is spontaneous. So, this woman might be dealing with might be fond of a Sagittarius man, and then out of nowhere, it might be a guy you going to school with, this, that, and the third. You see him every once in a while. The nigga just DM you out of nowhere. Y'all not even following each other. He just DM you like, "What's up? You free tonight at 7? I'm picking you up." You like, damn, Sagittarius, man. Nigga just come scoop you up. Don't know where you going. He's like, "Yo, I made reservations." Probably don't even tell you made reservations. Like, "Yo, we just gonna do this, that, and the third. Or I'm just gonna we find out when I scoop you up. Or nigga probably don't have plans. He probably don't even have plans. He just y'all about to just go into an experience. Nigga gonna tell you, "I'm gonna come scoop you." Y'all get there, probably don't even do nothing. Y'all just riding around smoking. Y'all go grab food real quick. Y'all in the car. That night was one of the best nights of your life. Y'all didn't even really do nothing. Y'all was just driving around the city, listening to music. Now you're hooked on the Sagittarius man. This nigga doing all these spontaneous ass acts with you. All right. So that's what the Sagittarius man gonna do. He gonna create the experiences. The Sagittarius woman is gonna be intrigued by what experiences you can create. She's not gonna just be that dominant trying to create it though, which they might try to usher that in depending on how, you know, how expressive she is. But the Sagittarius man, that's how they be going about it. They gonna just take you and jump you into a spontaneous experience in some type of shape or form. You're gonna be like, all right, I'm ready for the ride. Like that's what you got to be ready for, a thrill or a ride dealing with Sagittarius in general.
I love how all the women in the chat is like, yes, when it comes to Sag men. And then afterwards, y'all be like, where are the guys with the healing? Listen.
Yeah, but y'all, you want healing, but you out there riding around the city with the Sag nigga. Don't want no damn healing. You want a thrill, woman.
Listen, Sag man, I'm a Sag, and I feel like I don't know why I feel this in my soul, but I feel like I can't date a guy my sign. I just can't. Like I've been approached. I'm like, no, I just can't. I just can't. But the women love them. I just can't. I even have Juno in Sag, and I'm just like, I can't do it. But yeah, like kudos to you. My hats off to y'all.
Same sun sign pairings can be a sticky thing at times. It could be a very sticky thing. Sun deals with ego, so sometimes it's easy for the same sun signs to get into ego clashes or whatnot. Like, okay, it's cool that we into the same things, but I know a little bit more than you do about the same things though. And then now y'all got a whole different dynamic going on. But yeah.
But I just love as soon as you start talking about the Sag man, the comments start going off.
Crazy.
Sag men be here for a very good time. I don't know about a long time though.
There's a Sag man that came up with that phrase. I promise you. I promise you. You got Sag placements, whoever made that phrase up.
But no hate on any sign. We love all the signs over here. All right, so perfect. So we'll do Earth next, and you could just flip the sign. Just talk about the woman and the men. So how you know an Earth woman is into you, Boro? I want you to give us some real examples too. I want to put you on the spot. I want to be like, no, that's what she did. That made me know.
Yo, Earth women funny as hell when they like you. Like Earth women so funny when they like you because Earth is about building and structure. Like they get and Earth energy is serious too. They it's not saying that they have some of the funniest dry senses of dry humor, but they be serious about what they building when they trying to build something. All right. So where do I start? Who I'm gonna start with? Let's start with Taurus. Okay, Taurus. When Taurus likes you, they give. They give. Now, this is the thing, guys. Earth is dealing with practicality. So we just moved on from fire. Fire has a lot of feeling energy, right? If you put your hand by fire, you could feel the temperament of it, right? You could feel the heat. But when we're looking at earth energy, it's dealing with stability, right? Foundation, practicality, reality. All right. So when we're dealing with the Taurus is going to find ways to give, and they're going to find ways to utilize their resources to help stabilize things in your life. That's how you're going to tell the Taurus person like you. Taurus woman, Boro, hey, I know you be on live a lot, and I notice like, you be moving around in your chair. So here's this Amazon gift card. I think you should use it to get this like game chair so you be more comfortable on live. I just noticed that you just look uncomfortable on your live stream. It's like, woman, Why you always you Taurus gonna trick on you? I ain't gonna lie. Sorry, Tauruses. I know I'm throwing y'all on the hot seat, but y'all be tricking. All right. All right. But it be healthy tricking though. It be supportive tricking. All right. Take this resource, get your life right. Okay, because I care. They're givers in general. Like a lot of Tauruses, they're the stability for their home environment. They're the stability at the workplace. They don't show up to work. Niggas is like, oh shit, Taurus ain't showing up today. Oh man, we really gotta work today. Like they're the stability. So the Taurus woman, she gonna do that. She gonna start doing mad, and she also gonna it's fixed earth. So when we talk about fixed energies, the fixed signs in the zodiac, fixed is concentrated. These are some of the most consistent signs in the zodiac, also the most stubborn. So when you're looking at Taurus women, like when I'm dealing with the Taurus woman, I already know she really like me. If she start doing things that make us have to link up again. So like if she come over, it's her first time coming over or something. She gonna end up leaving something at my house on purpose. Second time she come over, I walk in my bathroom the next day. Is a pink shower cap in this mug, purple robe. It's like, all right, where's she at? Cause she knows she need this. She don't need it. She got other robes and caps at the crib. She left that there on purpose. She trying to build something. She trying to She's trying to build something with her brother. So they're gonna leave something in there. They're gonna do little things here and there. So y'all gonna have to continue building. Like y'all gonna have to continue fixating energy in some type of shape or form. She gonna hear me complaining about my laptop on a live stream. She gonna be like, boy, I'm coming over tonight, drop off my laptop. You could use it. Just let me know. Let me know if you need anything else. Now she knows she got a whole gadget at my house. She gonna say things now 2 weeks from now, she's like, I gotta come over and work on this project. I'll be like, come get your laptop. She's like, no, I'm gonna just come over and work on it there, and you could hold it down. It's like she letting you hold the car. Taurus one trick. And then the Taurus brother is straight up trick too. Taurus brother is gonna nigga don't know how to express nothing about feelings and emotions. Nigga got a cash app for you though. He gonna get your hair and your nails did. You when it comes to the conversation of seeing how he feel about you, that's a sticky thing. But if you need 300 to get your hair and nails did on a Venus day, on a Good Friday, if he send that cash app, oh, you in there. You in there with the Taurus brother. I mean, he's gonna support, he's gonna uplift you with them resources in some type of shape or form. And a Taurus man really like you when he's really trying to like uplift your self-esteem on mad different levels all the time. He's trying to uplift your self-esteem, it could be real flirtatious, buying you clothes in some type of shape or form. But that's big with the Tauruses right there. I promise you. Is this is none of this is this is all inevitable. They're gonna give you something. They're gonna give you something. Gift card, laptop, a slice of cheesecake. I don't know, but they finna give you something. You feel me? Now, Virgos, man, this is one of the easiest signs here to know when they like you. It's probably like top 3 easiest signs to know when they like you. All right. Virgos they're gonna fix your house. They're gonna fix your credit. They're gonna build something for you. All right. Virgos is dealing with wellness, they're dealing with health, but they're dealing with structuring and organizing. Okay. Virgos is dealing with acts of service. Virgos feel so fulfilled being able to be somebody that can bring an act of service into somebody else's life. Y'all know that meme, y'all? Y'all know that meme with the little white boy with the cup, and it's like, this how your mom look when the kids is opening their presents Christmas Day? How she be looking proud? That's how Virgo be feeling when they get a chance to fix something for you in your life. So you gonna know the Virgo woman like you when she's coming through trying to find out what she can fix. Like she trying to find out my problems so she can have something to fix in my life. She's not even waiting for me to complain about them. She's like, your laptop working good, your Wi-Fi is straight in there, you got food in the fridge. It's like, woman, I'm all right. You just trying to nurture her, but you really let me cater to you. I want it. That's they John right there. They finna cater to her brother. All right. So the Virgo woman is just gonna be hella curious about how she could come stabilize something. Virgo's is top 3 healers in the zodiac too, at least in my opinion. Strong healing energy. You can't say the sign that has a strong presence with health energy and wellness and mental health in the nervous system doesn't influence things with healing. So they're gonna come in your life. They're gonna be very critical about things that you can they're gonna have a lot of constructive criticism for you too. That's another thing about Virgos, both ways, man and woman. They're gonna critique you to death, but in the name of uplifting you, in the name of you becoming better. And they're not just gonna critique you, but they're gonna critique and help you. So it's like, Boro, you're too unorganized with your live stream. This is what you need to do. Here's this website to do this, and you need to tell your mods this. And look, I also bought this program for you, blah blah. It's critiquing, but also helping you put things in place in a tangible manner. All right. So the Virgo woman, she's just extremely nurturing and caring. Like, it's just on a different level when she like you. She can't help it. They be trying to. The funny thing about it, I know Virgo women be trying to hold back too. Don't hold back, women. You know who you are. Just go ahead and cater to that brother. All right. The Virgo man, you know, it may come off a little cold at times. And cold could be earth signs middle names at times, all right, because it's dry, it's a dry temperament, it's earth. But the Virgo man is definitely going to have some constructive criticism for you, and they're really going to want to see how you're able to take a form of knowledge and adapt it and apply it in your life to build yourself up. And then they're going to walk with you in that journey, right? Whether it's helping you repair your self-esteem, whether it's helping you find confidence after you got fired from a job, and they bring a resource into your life and they walk with you in this journey and transitioning into a new job, instead on top of sending the cash app or two. The earth sign's gonna send the cash app. I'm sorry, they're gonna send the cash app. you know I sent some cash. I'd have sent some cash apps this week. All right. So I'm an earth moon rising. That's what we do. Okay. But yeah, it comes down to how we utilize a lot of resources with earth energy. So that Virgo man is definitely gonna initiate healthy constructive criticism for you, while also building the format. It's like, I'm not just telling you what you need to critique or whatnot. Here's the format right here. I want you to adapt to this. Tell me when the format is uncomfortable so we can see how we could tweak things this, that, and the third. But if you apply this, ideology, mentality, you're going to be able to build yourself up even if I'm not around. That's the Virgo man right there. Okay. And Capricorns. Now, this one is funny as hell. This one is funny as hell. And Capricorns in the chat, I don't want to see none of y'all say this is not true neither. I don't want to see none of y'all mods. If we got any mods in here, if we see Capricorns in the chat say what I'm about to say wrong, get them out of here. All right. Spreading the falsehood. Because one thing about Capricorn, you in some type of way, you're gonna have to like align with what they're working on. Whatever they building or stabilizing or structuring in their life, if the Capricorn like you got to get a part of that business now. All right. I'm a Capricorn moon rising. If a woman like me, she gotta show what she can add to the church. It ain't about me, sister. I'm building a church. Is you gonna help me build this church? That's how a real Christian be sounding. All right. My heart is to Jesus and the good people. All right. So you're gonna have to come and help Capricorn with what they building. So I don't want to hear no guys complaining about the Capricorn woman. She's like, yeah, bro, she talking about she got this, that, and the third going on in her life, and a nigga got to come around and help pay a bill. This, that, and the third. I'm like, hey man, she a Capricorn woman. She gonna let you know what she really need help building and structuring. Help her make more money. A Capricorn woman, you help a Capricorn woman make more money. She love you forever. She don't want to deal with no other nigga. This nigga helped me gain stability. This nigga taught me how to fish for myself. So the Capricorn woman come in your life. I know the Capricorn woman come in my life because she's gonna show me. She's gonna do something and express herself in ways to let me know how what I do is gonna help build things in her life. You know, like, Boro, oh my God, the way you deal with spirituality and you talk about healing, like, I need that. I need that. Can we do like some sessions and she's gonna highlight to the man how he can be a tool to be used to help build stability in her life in some type of shape or form. You feel me? And the Capricorn man will put that woman to work. Will give her some sense of duty, to feel fulfilled. And this is why, if you realize, the same elements make some great parents because they have natural understanding. So, like, you put a Virgo woman and a Capricorn man together. Now you got Capricorn gonna put her to work, but she want to go to work. She wanna paint the house. All right. So You can't say anything about different love languages because when it gets into the right pairings, the right matches, it's a beautiful thing no matter how it sounds. All right. So those are the earth signs for you right there, man. They're gonna put your ass to work to show you they like you. That's crazy. Muted, muted.
I'm just laughing. I'm just laughing at the comments. Everyone
Mhm.
agreeing. What do we got next?
We
Water.
we did fire. Okay, water.
Yeah.
Water.
Can we tell if a water? How can I tell if a water guy likes me? And for you, how can you tell if a water lady likes you?
Okay. What does water deal with, guys? Water deals with connection. Water deals with connection. Water cleanses. Water is a representation of emotions, right? The flow of emotions, the vibration of emotions. So when you deal with the water sign, they're going to make it evident that there's something that they want to connect with you. And you really know the water signs is messing with you when they're trying to confide in you in some type of shape or form. So let's start with Cancer. Let's start with Cancer. Now, Cancer is some master manifestors. They got strong manifestation powers in their life. So when they want somebody, they gonna make you want. You don't even want them in the first place, but when they set intention on you, on wanting you, they make it like, damn, I didn't really, first week of class, I was looking at them two joints over there, but started talking to this Cancer chick. I'm starting to like her. I didn't. It's the last chick I was looking at in class. All right, they manipulate your emotions. Cancer, stop doing that to people. It's not fair. Just manipulating our emotions like that. All right. So Cancer woman, uh, man, moon energy. Now we're dealing with moon energy. We're dealing with moon energy. Moon is manifestation, right? The moon is the caring one. So when the Cancer woman likes you, she's going to try to establish some type of understanding of who you are. Start asking you about your family, start asking about your connection with your mom. Yeah. When the Cancer woman, look, I promise you, when the Cancer woman like you, let's say y'all have a conversation, you could be in the workplace, you just met her in this new job you're working at school or whatnot. You met her, you got her number in a party or something. Let you have like a little brother you really care about or something, right? Let her find out you have a little brother you care about or something. She finna bring this little nigga up every time y'all talk. How's he doing? He's okay, he good. Did he like the batch of chocolate chip cookies I sent him the other week that I made? Homemade. Cancer gonna make some homemade shit. They gonna is not getting it from the supermarket. They're gonna bake them cookies themselves. All right. They know what they're doing in the kitchen. All right. So she's showing how invested she's into the things you're emotionally connected to. She know you have a tight bond with your little brother. She know you have a tight bond with your mother, with your father, whoever it is. She starts showing how understanding she is about the bonds in your life, and subconsciously through all of that, you not even realize how much you start bonding with her. You don't even start realizing that shit. You feel me? Like you don't even start realizing you don't have people in your life that be caring about what's going on in your actual private life like that until you start dealing with this Cancer woman for a couple months. You're like, yo, actually, don't nobody be asking about this little nigga but you. Like, why you care about him so much? She'd be like, cause I care about you. Isn't that what you care about? If I care about you, I care about what you care about. So the Cancer woman is just gonna become emotionally invested in the things that you're emotionally invested into. And the Cancer man brings some real healing into a woman's life. So the Cancer man like now. This is the thing. The thing about water signs, they're very subliminal though. Remember, water is inside, it's subconscious. So water signs could be very subliminal. So the Cancer man, at times, the water signs don't mind leaving little sprinkles of things to catch on, to see if you catch on that they like you. So we just went through fire signs a little bit way more, it's kind of more visible. Fire, you see it. You see fire, you see the expression. Then earth signs, we see with them is a little bit more subtle with how they give. So it may not be easy to just see through expression because they're not that communicative and relatable all the time about their feelings and emotions. They start doing practical things. Water signs will leave little sprinkles of things to see if you catch on, you know? So the Cancer man at times, the Cancer man like you, he's gonna express certain things. He'll say certain things to you just so in your head as a woman, you'll feel like, damn, if I deal with this guy, he gonna bring stability in my life. He'll say something to you like y'all be having a conversation about y'all past lovers in some type of shape or form. He'll say some shit like, yeah, all my exes said that I'm the only nigga brought peace in their life. And ever since I got out of it, like their life is unstable. But he'll say it acting like he not knowing what he's saying though, and you just sitting there like, damn, you a peaceful brother, huh? All right. So that Cancer energy, man, they're gonna bring stability into your life on all levels when it's healthy, man. Woman and man. The man becomes Cancer man could be overly invested in going out of his way to make sure you are stable, like out of his way. If it's a cash app, if it's paying for dinner, if it's paying a bill, if it's being on the phone when you having this breakdown with you and your girlfriend getting into it, like Cancer man will dissolve himself in some form of care for you. So that's the Cancer right there. And how do you not fall for that? How do you not fall for somebody being mad, caring, and mushy and invested into all the things you got going on in your private life? 3 months, don't nobody care about what's going on at work, your job, with your little brother, nothing. These niggas do. How don't you fall for that shit? All right. So that's the Cancer. Then you got Scorpio. This is one of the most trickiest signs. This is one of the most trickiest signs because Scorpio is one of the damn near the most mysterious sign in the zodiac. All right. And they deal with behind the scenes energy. And the reason why Scorpios is so tricky, because they'll actually pass on the opportunity to deal with somebody that they like because it may seem too vulnerable. They may find out the person that they like likes them and they still be like, damn, they do like me. It's like, I thought that was your crush. It's like, yeah, it is, but I mean, do I really want to connect? Scorpios, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. You know that? Do you know that, woman? Scorpio men, if you have any in the chat. So the Scorpio, this is literally one of the trickiest ones, but the Scorpio woman likes you. It's gonna be like a little bit of challenging energy. She almost gonna challenge you a little bit in some type of way. Like she's gonna challenge you. This is something that you can see with Aries women too, because they got that Mars energy, right? So they're gonna challenge you in some type of shape or form. They're gonna say something to you. They're gonna say something or do as the Scorpio woman. She's gonna say something or do something to show how stable you are emotionally. Probably express something to you and see how you react to it. See if you're insecure about what she said, this, and the third. You're not knowing this. This is a test the whole time, and depending on how you react to it is depending on how much she's gonna make it evident that she like you in some type of shape or form. You're right. Because Scorpio's lives are transformative. So if they feel like this person is not equipped to deal with transformation, if this person is not equipped to help sustain fixed water, sustain emotional stability, that's why they got to challenge you in some type of shape or form, see how you built emotionally. And that's what the Scorpio woman gonna do at times. You feel me? So you may think the Scorpio woman be testing you a lot. You may think the Scorpio woman at your job in some type of shape or form. You're like, yo, this Scorpio chick always coming up to me, saying some funny shit to me all the time, this, that, and the third. Remember, Scorpio ain't got the time to be all up in people's faces neither. So the fact that they even coming to you saying anything in general, you should be like, why is this Scorpio just coming to talk to you in general might be a sign that they like you, to be honest with you. To be
Yeah.
honest with you. So that's the Scorpio woman. And the Scorpio man, it's funny. The Scorpio man is actually way more intentional. Scorpio man is way more intentional. But the thing about the Scorpio man is they try to reel you in, though. They try to throw things out there, right? They try to seduce you. The Scorpio man gonna try to seduce you in some type of shape or form. Throw things out there on how you know he done turned other women out before. His ex-girlfriend still go crazy over him. I got a lot of Scorpio energy, so I'm thinking about my black ass too. All right, so you gonna know what the hell my effect and my impact on my exes and how you could be next up on this train. All right, I could bring some intensity into your life, but I'm gonna say it all subliminally though. I'll say something to you like Scorpio man say some shit to you talking about his exes and be like, yeah, you couldn't handle none of that though. Damn, Scorpio man say something like that to you, he already trying to usher in the fact that he wants you to receive the challenge. It's like, she gonna bite on that? Is she gonna bite on that? Right? Once you hit him with like, what? I could tell you what you think, you the nigga, you think you that nigga, this, that, and the third, you think you so intense, you think this. Scorpio man got you. Now he's gonna become more intentional. Now he's gonna reel in on you. You feel me? Those the water signs, right? Oh, excuse me, Pisces, and then Pisces. You know Pisces love love, right? You know Pisces love love, right? You know a lot of my Pisces is what you call hopeless romantics, all right? They just want to connect. They just want to love. All right? So, you know the Pisces woman likes you when she start acting like don't nothing in reality matter because of you. Don't nothing in reality matter when it comes into I mean, this woman could have to get up at 5 a.m. to go to work. You text her at 2 a.m. She's like, "What's up? How you need something?" It's like, "Wait, hold on, you up? I was just texting you to leave this text so you see it when you wake up." She's like, "No, I'm up." The Pisces woman don't care about reality when it coming to the nigga she like. Y'all hear me, family? Hear what I'm saying? They gonna make it easy for you. This is one of the signs they gonna make it easy for you. What's a responsibility and a priority? I could put that to the side. I could find a babysitter. I could find a day off. That's the Pisces woman. And then on top of that, to know that as far as approach is all encouragement, is all uplifting energy. So and if I come into work, I might have been having a long day, nothing really necessarily wrong. I'm just having a long day and I finally get to work and I'm a little exhausted. Pisces woman gonna come up to me like, "Bro, you good? You straight? You all right?" This is how you know the Pisces woman like you. You all right? You know today's just another day. Don't let it wear on you. It's like, woman, get that because it's Jupiter energy now. It's Jupiter and Neptune energy. Neptune is very healing. Neptune is very uh Neptune is gifted being able to understand the subconscious of others in some type of shape or form. So when you have the Pisces woman liking you, she's gonna try to uplift your subconscious. She's gonna give you these positive affirmations in some type of shape or form. You start realizing every time you come around the Pisces woman now, when you come to work, it don't matter what mood you in. But when you interact with the Pisces woman at work, she lift your vibes up. You start looking at things more optimistically in some type of shape or form with the things she expresses to you, or she's intentional about approaching you and seeing how she could uplift you in some type of shape or form. You feel me? Like, yo, why are you even stressing about this job? I see what you're doing on YouTube. It's gonna take off eventually. Like, don't let this job trip you out. This and the third. This is like Pisces woman. I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do. All right, coming here trying to encourage your brother. So that's the Pisces woman, and then the Pisces man. The Pisces man. This nigga. I mean, what's pride with love? You don't know a nigga that put pride to the side because as men, sometimes we got to be too cool for school when it comes into liking somebody. Just in general, as men, sometimes we got to be too cool for school. We can't admit that we really like you. We can't admit that we really emotionally invested. What's that with the Pisces man? Hell no. That nigga let you know, like, listen, I ain't have somebody listen to me and have somebody I'm able to confide in like this in a long time. Pisces man will let you know that second week of work. Like, I ain't gonna lie, these past 2 weeks, every time I talk to you, you just you got a special vibe about you. This nigga is just trying to uplift you, compliment you at the same time, and book you for a healing consultation out this mother flipper. It's like, damn, Pisces, brother, you just gonna throw it all out in the open. All right. But that's what they both like too. If you're able to do that with Pisces women, with the Pisces man, oh man, they love that. It's like, don't hide your love. Don't hide it. Don't hide how you truly feel. Put it out in the air. Like, there's is no pride with them. It's just no pride with them when it comes into love and a lot of encouragement energy here. A lot of encouragement energy. All right. So that's my shout out to my beloved water signs in the building, man. Shout out to y'all. Muted.
I'm so sorry, man. Thank you for being there for me. In your masterclass, I'm gonna ask you in your masterclass, are you all gonna be talking about like how can I say this? Not negative, the negative traits or the negative sides, but maybe like for example, like when a Pisces man is not in their highest vibration, how it could like potentially come off, or like is that something that you're gonna be going into? Just asking.
I'm definitely gonna be talking about how to understand if you're attracting a positive or negative vibration based off your placements. So let's say you have
Mm,
Venus and Pisces. Let's do a quick example, real quick, right? So let's say you have Venus in Pisces. It's very likely that a lot of your partners have Pisces traits. They don't have to be Pisces. All right. They don't have to be Pisces. What's a Pisces trait? Very dreamy, creative, sensitive and intentional about connection. Uh, they're tapped into into their imagination, the astral realm in general. Could be a little delusional at times, very caring, non-judgmental. So if you have Venus in Pisces and you attract, let's look at a woman's perspective. If you're a woman with a Venus in Pisces and you attract this man and he's real philosophical, he's really studious about life. You're learning things about spirituality from this man, you know. It's all positive influences dealing with that spiritual creative essence. He's uplifting you and also teaching you, you know, he's seeing your creative edge, your creative awareness, and he's trying to help you understand how you could pull that out, maximize that potential. Pisces also deal with a lot of potential energy. So this will be you understanding, like, okay, I'm riding the positive frequency vibration of my Venus, attracting this positive side, of Pisces tendencies in a man. The nigga don't got one Pisces placement, but he's exuding these type of traits. Now, you're a woman, you got Venus and Pisces, and you attract the man. This nigga is spacey. This nigga don't know what he want to do with his life. He's mentally, emotionally scattered a bit. At times it seems like you don't know, this nigga don't know what day it is at times. There's no real sense of intention or how he's utilizing his creative awareness. May not be no sense of no sense of using spirituality or creativity in itself as something that could be exercised as a tool. Just too up in the air, delusional about things in his own life, delusional about things in a relationship. He think you probably love him. You don't even like the nigga like that. Every week you're liking the nigga less. He delusional, thinking he that nigga with you. So now this is you understanding you may not be riding a positive frequency vibration of your Venus and Pisces placement, because now the nigga you dealing with, he got all these negative traits of Pisces energy. So we're definitely gonna be, going down the line with that. And that's gonna get a lot into understanding how to vet people for long-term commitment and marriage.
I like that. I just wanted to clarify that. Perfect.
Mhm.
We're missing
Air signs.
there. Oh shit! How could I forget?
Air
I
signs. Yeah.
let's do the air. Perfect.
Now, guys, remember, y'all like to, yes, Libras, we are a relationship sign, but air signs in general are the relationship signs. You have to understand that. They're more equipped and intuitive with natural awareness of understanding things with relatability, communication cues, the minds of others. All right. So, Gemini. Gemini is one of the trickiest ones too. I would say the trickiest ones to understand if they like you or not is Gemini, Scorpio. Maybe it's just maybe it's just them two that make it really tricky for real. But I say they're definitely top two. Just jumping off the top of my head. All right. Oh, Aquarius. Yeah, Aquarius. These are the three top trickiest ones right here. So two of them are in the same element. So let's get into it. And that's crazy because they're the air signs, right? They're the relationship signs. Now, Gemini. Gemini like you if they talk to you. This is how you know Gemini like you. If they come and talk to you. They always start a conversation with you. If they talking about you, So if I come into work, right, I'm second shift, I come into work, then one of the ladies from first shift is leaving, and she's like, Boro, you be doing astrology on YouTube? I'm like, yeah. She's like, what's her name was talking about you on live stream this and the third. If what's her name is a Gemini, is a good chance she might like you. Now, this is the thing. This is why I get tricky with Gemini. All right, y'all ready? These niggas talk about everybody. These niggas talk about everybody. So it get a little tricky. You feel me? You find out Gemini talking about you. They talk about niggas they don't like. They'll spend half of the shift like, yeah, and that motherfucker got the nerve to tell us we got to be at the bar today. I said, no, I'm working in the kitchen. Every time we come in here, Gemini spent 4 hours of the shift talking about the supervisor they don't like at work. You feel me? So you just got to gauge the temperament. It's like, are they critiquing them negatively or are they critiquing them positively? Right? But it could be neutral. It's like, yeah, that nigga Boro coming here, nigga got a nerve to work at a restaurant. hypothetically speaking, the nigga want to work here acting like he all common like us. Then the nigga be on YouTube acting like he all special. Somebody need to humble that man. This, that, and the third. So it's like, damn, I don't know if she don't like me or not. Is she roasting me? Is she uplifting me? Is she saying I'm is she saying I'm condensing myself in life? What is it, Gemini woman? What is it with you? But she gonna talk about your ass. Gemini gonna talk about you. I swear to God. They're gonna critique you, so you just got it's tough a little bit. It's like I don't know if she talking about me because she don't like me or not, because there's good professional shit talkers. You know, they could get paid to talk. A lot of Geminis do get paid to talk. A lot of them getting paid to rap, write scripts, to get
Don't get
on
can-
YouTube. Huh?
I said, don't get canceled now.
Let me relax. My bad. Listen, I'm a Gemini South. I love y'all. I got Gemini energy all day. We like this. All right, my mama a Gemini. She probably talking about me right now. She probably talking about me right now. Like, you know, that boy, I don't really know what he want to do with his life. He's probably talking about me right now. And that's my blood. All right. So the Gemini woman, yeah, she gonna critique you, but you do kind of get to gauge that they like you because they're gonna kind of get a little bit more direct with how they critique you. Like I
Mm.
be like the Gemini woman will come up to me at work, like I be seeing you on YouTube, this, that, and the third. Why you be on YouTube talking for so long? Like why you be up there for 3 hours, 4 hours? Like you can't cut it down. I mean, it's good. Like the show is good, but like why? It's like, woman, your analyzation is on a hundo right now. Relax. She's like, no, I'm just saying. So that's you start to get a feel for that Gemini woman. And just know that's what you're gonna be dealing with when you get her. She's gonna be giving you alignment in the name of verbiage influences. All right. She's gonna do that for you. The Gemini man gonna be curious about what the hell you be doing in life outside of work. It's like what you be doing, what type of niggas you fuck with might Gemini man gonna interview you. Like when you talk to this man, he gonna interview you and he telling you his life story at the same time. Like they do this with a great balance. That Gemini nigga gonna come up to you. And now the thing about Gemini man, they's what, in my opinion, like they got some of the most like game, quote unquote game, and game ain't really game. A lot of people that just have game, they just know how to hold conversation. They just know how to talk to somebody, talk to this woman like she's a regular human being and not just be all scared and try to be perfect. So the signs that be having game, it really be like the Gemini men, you know, Libra men, all right. You know, you got the Sagittarius men, real natural charismatic, come out this and the third. You know, the Leo man, real charismatic. Don't because that nigga in that nigga eyes, he can't ever look bad. So why would I not approach her and show her how great I am? This is opportunity for her to. This is how these niggas think. It's opportunity that I'm walking up to her and giving her some of this. All right. So yeah, a lot of that, the charisma in some of these signs. All right. So that's what we got going on with the Gemini man. That nigga gonna come into your life. Like, why you choose to work here? You know they hiring over there. It's like, nigga, is you trying to get with me or be my advisor in some type of way? He's like, no, I'm just saying, like, they don't really pay that much over here. Well, I don't know why somebody like you look like you could get a better paying job or something somewhere else. But anyways, I got here because shit, I seen I could get overtime over here. It's like, brother, ain't nobody asked you this. All right. This the Gemini man. Nigga is curious about how you ended up here and letting you know what's going on in their life. And that could get tricky. You could just think it's somebody that like to talk a lot, which they like to talk a lot, but it starts shifting gears a little bit when it comes to who they like. Then you got the Libra man. We make it easy. We're one of the signs that make it very easy. Libra man and Libra woman. We're top 3 make it the easiest because we're just flirtatious. Like it's direct game. It's like, yo, what's up, baby? Like, man, you pretty as hell. Like, you over here, like, it'd be no joints in here. I used to come in here, used to be no joints to look at. And now you come in here, I'm entertained every day. Like, oh my God, boy, oh my God. Like, it's direct game. It's direct game. Let me get right into
You saying earlier, you're like, all the other sides will have game. As soon as we get to Libra, direct game. I feel this is a little bit
see my ego.
Astrologer.
My ego just going crazy up here. Let me humble myself. Let me come back down, y'all. But it's the truth.
Most sides, they don't really got game. Go ahead.
Listen, you a Sagittarius, so you on the good. You one of the signs I exalted with the game. All right, so the Sag woman got game now. All right, y'all got some game. Okay, y'all make a brother feel all. Y'all Sag women to give a nigga butterflies. It's like, yo, she be coming up to me and like, I don't know, she be uplifting me and whatnot. I had a bad day. She like,
How are you?
and damn, she man inspirational. All right, so yeah, that Sag woman, man, y'all got game for real. Got that good spiritual game, but yeah, the Libra man is real direct game. It's just come up to you, whole conversation, compliment you, flirt with you, and then it comes down to them seeing how much you're gonna match that energy. Is she gonna flirt back? Is she gonna call me handsome back? Is she gonna say she liked my vibe back? Like, what is it? I'm presenting the opportunity. I can't make it no more easier for you to show that you like me too. So other signs could be a little bit more mysterious. The Libra man is gonna come up to you and present the whole platform for you to jump. You may be a shy chick. You may be mad shy. You don't got relationship experience like that. This nigga gonna come in and make this shit easy for you. Like, I ain't no lie, Boro. Like, yeah, I think, it's gonna make it easy for you. The Libra woman, man. Oh man. First of all, the Libra woman gonna come in your face. Hey, Boro, twirling her hair. Girl, your hair is good. How many times you gonna? Hey, it's just glaring at you, choosing signals. She dropping things in front of you, bending down. Oops, excuse me. Sorry, did I bump you over there? It's like, Libra woman, if you throw that ass on me one more time, all right. What is it? What is it? All right, because it's women. Most women not gonna be that direct. It's only it's only but so much a woman could be direct in certain situations. But that Libra woman, boy, she gonna make sure. All right, he work Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I gotta make sure my shit right Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. She might not like no niggas in there. Before you came working there, she don't give a damn. She come to work in sweatpants. The air signs, they move like, I ain't gonna lie, air sign women be moving like niggas sometimes as far as their care for how much they gonna show affection to somebody else until they in a relationship. They could give a damn going out their way. But a nigga come in there, they like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, hair, I mean, locks tightened up. Lashes is a lashing. All right, with the Libra woman. And she gonna find ways to make it known that I'm looking good for you. She'll say things like, yeah, there was never no reason to really get all dolled up for these niggas in here, but I don't know, something about you, like, you make me. But she gonna find a way to take it back though. Like, there's something about you, like, I don't know. It's not like for you, but it's just like you be coming in here kind of sharp, and I'm like, you know what? Let me do something. Like, it's like, woman, what's up with the halfway compliment? God damn. All right. But it's Venus energy in general. So a lot of the times, Libra's gonna take pride in being all dolled up or looking good, this, that, and the third. It's Venus energy for the most part. But this will be she'll direct the intention of radiating her beauty around you, though. I'm telling you, she's gonna drop something at work, ass all up on you. It's like, all right now, woman. If I ain't like you, this would be sexual harassment in this mug. You violating all type of work regulation protocol right now. I could file something against your ass in here. Okay, real touchy. Libras is real touchy too. Mad touchy. They'll break the touch barrier mad fast. Mad fast. They break the touch barrier. All right. So enough about us. And then lastly, Aquarius.
Aquarius. Literally,
Aquarius.
season love is in Aquarius season. So
Happy birthday to all my Aquariuses. All right. Happy birthday to all the Aquariuses in the building. Boy, mysterious. Oh my God. And like I said, y'all the signs that I attract the most. I mean, dated so many Aquarius women, know so many Aquarius women. My best friend in Aquarius, and he be dating a lot of Aquarius women. So I know about his relationship experiences with Aquarius. I just case studies on Aquarius all day, every day. All right. How do you know the Aquarius woman likes you? Aquarius women be playing games, man. Y'all be playing mad games. Y'all be playing mad games a lot of the times. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for highlighting this comment. We difficult as fuck. Thank you so much. That's it. I don't even gotta say nothing. That's how you know they like you. They difficult with you. That's it. You want to end the live now, Sharice?
Move on next.
I promise you, that's how you know the Aquarius woman like you in some type of shape or form. She's creating an environment to be difficult with you. It's like, it's like she'll set up situations. I'm trying to think like the best analogy. She'll just set up situations to show she want to connect, but it's like, who said I want to connect though? Like, yeah, I'm giving that energy off, but not really. Like, trying to make you place the effort some more in some type of shape or form. Set up a date, curve you, but show up
Mhm,
at your crib in the morning with breakfast. It's like, woman, what you doing right now? What she flaked on you last night, 6 a.m. early as hell. Like, hey, sorry, look, listen, because niggas be playing games. So you just what? You had a flake on me to what type of test was that? It's like how you curve me, and that's the test. I thought the test to see if I'm gonna show up or not. You feel me? She's like, I know. I'm sorry. Look, it's at your crib, 6 a.m. Breakfast is banging. She looking exactly how she's supposed to look last night. She got dolled up early as hell in the morning. Now you here with this mysterious ass woman eating this good ass breakfast, but you just mysteriously intrigued though. Her
mm,
difference, her uniqueness got you like, I ain't never met a chick that moved like this, and I'm so extremely invested in understanding like what's to her. Like now I'm so curious about how she really moves, especially when she makes that indication that okay, now you could come in here. Now you can come in. I can stop being that challenging and whatnot. But yes, they're gonna be a little difficult in some type of shape or form. They're gonna flirt with you and revert.
mhm,
I remember there was this girl, I thought she was cute as hell. At this job I was working with. She was giving me so many Aquarius vibes. Once I had a conversation with her and she confirmed she was Aquarius, I was like, I knew you was Aquarius all along. She's like, how you know that? I was like, I know Aquarius demeanor. Y'all act like y'all tired of dealing with people all day, every day. Y'all act like everybody is a nuisance at times. All right. And you got mad piercings and whatnot. Aquarius gonna have some type of unique appearance. So I start talking to her. This woman was flirting with me, and then the next day or the next hour say something as if like I'm the annoying nigga. So she'll flirt with me, then I'll find a way and work to come in her space, start talking, and she's like, what you want? But we'll say it like that though, like not even like what you want, like what you always over here? Like, don't you got work to do? I'll be like, oh, okay. Okay, Aquarius woman. All right, acting like a nigga ain't needed around here, acting like a nigga presence ain't welcome. You forgot what you said to me at lunchtime? Huh? No, she ain't forget. She's trying to challenge you to see if you're gonna work for it. She's trying to challenge you to see if you're mentally durable because Aquariuses are strong-willed signs mentally. You could throw them in the most craziest circumstances, drastic circumstances, but this right here will find them the solutions and they'll be able to persevere. So they have to mentally challenge you in that type of way. See how you respond to it. If I started bitching when she says, what do you want here? If I didn't know how to just be witty and respond to it, be like, oh, word? What you mean? I want you. What's up? Now what? Now what we gonna do? We got a problem. Like if I don't know how to respond to it in a witty manner, stand the third, and she sees like I just kind of get into my shell or something, she's gonna be like, you know what? Let me stop flirting with that nigga. He's not even built to deal with a girl like me. Aquarius woman. Aquarius man. These niggas is difficult too. These niggas gonna be difficult with you too. But the man, we gotta approach more. So when it
mm,
comes to when it comes to the Aquarius man could throw out a lot of things out there about themselves to learn how how ain't no nigga move, don't no nigga move like me. You
mm,
should pursue me because niggas don't be thinking like me. Niggas don't. All these niggas, we all work here, but I get a lot of bread outside of work. I'm really here to cover up the front that I'm a real scammer. That's the only reason I got this job. Like I make 100K a year doing scams. I'm just here to keep the feds low. All right. So if you mess with me, like in some type of shape or form, it's gonna be a whole unique, different experience. Like I'm gonna help you to see things about yourself you don't see in yourself. But at the same time, they're gonna throw that out there to see if you're like, okay, what's up then? Show me. They be wanting you to do that. Aquarius man gonna set situations up to see if you're gonna follow the intrigue and they could eventually transform your life because they're very transformative signs. these signs will change your mind about like they're very persuasive. Air signs in general is very persuasive signs, like especially Gemini and Aquarius or whatnot. Libras be getting Libra's the one that began persuaded more than doing the persuading. But when you look at Aquarius men, yeah, they'll set up a situation like that and they'll play you. They'll play you in a way where now they're setting up a challenge. They know what they're doing, but they'll express something to the woman to make it seem like because you gotta guys, what's the opposite sign of Aquarius? Leo. What did we say Leo gonna do? He's gonna validate the woman. Always put the light on her. Damn, your hair. Sharice, you came in here with your hair dripping, all that. Look at you just came in here glowing. But the Aquarius man, you come to work, he say some shit to you like, why you be coming to work why you be trying to look all good here to come to work for what? Like, try to like almost shooting you down a little bit. It's like, what you mean? Like, you start questioning yourself. Well, wait, first of all, do I look good or not? He's like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, nigga, he's condensing you a little bit, shooting your spirit and your ego down. This shit is all reverse psychology. Now the next couple months, you trying to get this nigga validation. Now you like, damn, this nigga that's not that expressive about how he really feel and thinks about things. He gonna tell me how he really feel and think about me. He gonna let me know. So I'm telling you, they difficult and they play mental games a lot of the times, and they throw things to lure you in. But once they see that you're ready to fish, once they see you ready to swim, they won't play for that long. They'll be like, all right, come on, you durable enough to come fuck with a different person like me, because you're gonna realize I am not like everybody else.
I was gonna say, I feel like you gotta be mentally strong to be
Oh,
with Aquarius man. Plus, I feel like also they look for mental relatively. I can't say that word right. Relative.
yeah,
Things weird. They look.
I ain't gonna get
They
tongue
make sure
twisted
that
too.
yeah, they make sure that mentally you guys are kind of like on the same vibe. So they'll ask you some random ass questions to like, hey, what'd you think about this? And they're just trying to hear what you say, and then they'll make their decisions.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Mental games, like if you're not tough mentally, if you can't hang mentally, they're not gonna be stimulated. So they're not even gonna create an environment to make you think that you have a chance. But you'll know you have a chance if they're gonna throw little things out there. Trust me, they're gonna throw little things out there. You feel me? But that not validating you thing is big with the Aquarius man and the Aquarius woman too. The Aquarius woman is just that because she may want to connect a bit more because she's feminine energy. She'll just give and pull back, and see when you're gonna just. They really want the man to try to shut all the games down. Like, yo, I'm not playing with you no more. I'm picking you up tonight because I'll be playing with all these games with you at work. I'm not doing this with you no more. What's your number? All right. I'm tired of doing this little fake flirting back and forth with you at work. I want to see what's up to you. What's your number? I'm picking you up tonight. She's gonna be like, oh, all right. All right then. All right. Let me see your backbone, man. All right. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Aquarius is y'all different, man. Literally.
The not validating thing, I think you hit it like right on the head with that. Like I could actually see that. Like when you said that, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I see that. It's definitely like you said, opposite Leo energy. They like to be like, I'm not basic. I'm not gonna do what all the other dudes tell you look good. You're never
Not
gonna
me.
get that from me.
Not me.
Yeah.
And him not doing that starts him that'll put him in a space. Now this is the only nigga she sees when she comes into work, the only guy in here that's not validating her. And Aquarius men know that they're doing that. They know
Thanks
that's how they're
for
separating
putting
themselves.
us on game, man. Thanks for putting us on game, bro. Thanks for right, ladies. Thank you. Thank you for
Anytime.
putting us on game.
Anytime, y'all.
Bro, I know we had a couple more things planned for the people, but I respect your time and you've been going hard, like over 2 hours, so over 2 hours. So we're gonna try to wrap up here, everyone. If you want some more, truly enter that masterclass. I'm gonna put the link below for you guys. Enter that masterclass this weekend. You guys are gonna get what you just got here, plus more. Every Venus sign, every sign is broken down really, really bigger. So most definitely, I know we wanted to talk some more synastry and everything, but okay, okay. Let me end with y'all questions. I can give you guys that at least. I can give you guys that at least because we were gonna go into some crazy charts and whatnot, but Let me end with y'all questions. What questions y'all have for Boro tonight? I'm gonna just pull up a couple. What time is it? 2 hours, 20 minutes. Damn. Okay. We're gonna end in a 10 minutes mark. So a question that I saw that I wanted to pull up here said, how do you feel like what is your perspective on opposite signs or elements attract? Do you believe basically that opposites attract? Because that's something we do see actually in real life. Does it show in astrology?
It shows extremely. And this is also one of the examples when we talk about opposite energies in the zodiac. Remember, your first house is your personal house, right? But whatever sign is in the seventh house, it don't matter if you attract that sign or not. That energy is going to be present in your relationship life. It's going to be present. So when we talk about opposites, I love seeing that. If somebody books a synastry reading with me, by the way, guys, synastry readings are half price right now. I was doing a 2-day sale for Valentine's Day, but because there's so much demand for it, I'm extending it till the end of the week. All right. So for anybody that's interested in that, and synastry readings don't have to be condensed to romantic situations. You get synastry reading with you and your child, synastry reading, with you and a business partner. But with that being said, when we're talking about opposites attract, when I pull up somebody's synastry reading, or if I'm invested into somebody, if they tell me they sun and moon is in some opposite energy in some type of shape or form, opposite to my sun, opposite to my moon, and that is what creates a strong friction, a healthy friction. Because when we talk about opposites in astrology, yes, they attract, but when they attract, they clash. Now, this clash is what creates the intensity, right? Because we're literally on the opposite scale and we do things the opposite way. But if these opposites, excuse me, could find a way to heal each other, teach each other, bring understanding to each other when they clash, beautiful, beautiful. And it also represents sexual attraction. So this is why you're gonna feel a lot of you're gonna have the feels for your opposite sign a lot of the time. You may be somebody you really attracted to, and you didn't know that their sun sign wasn't opposite, but you didn't know they have 3 planets in the opposite sign. You didn't know that their moon is opposite to your sun. So yes, opposite energy is great in astrology if the intensity could be managed and the effort to learn each other, learn different parts of the worlds that you guys come from, spiritually speaking, how that could expand each other's lives. All right.
Thank you for that. Someone asked, Kat, are there any placements that show someone would be a cheater?
So
Y'all
okay.
gonna shut her out, man.
There are certain signs that deal with more of a tendency to explore and potentially deal with more of an alternative state of relationships at time, maybe non-traditional. Yes, there are some signs that naturally gravitate towards things outside of a quote unquote traditional union and connection. However, this starts to come down to what we opened this live up talking about: positive frequency vibration, negative frequency vibration. This is what this starts to come down into here. All right. I'm a Libra. All right. I'm not even about to use myself in this example. You can have two Gemini men. You can have one Gemini man. He don't know what loyalty is. He don't know what being faithful is. Being with one woman, he don't know that. But his cousin a Gemini, and he can't deal with. He got to be in a relationship to connect with somebody. So it starts to come into where these people are vibrating. But yes, I can look at a chart and tell the woman to look out for certain things. So if a woman brings me a chart of a man, she's like, "Boro, is this nigga a cheater?" I'll look at the chart and I'll tell her exactly what to look out for flags before she even gets into a situation to be connected with this nigga for him to cheat. There's gonna be things that she's gonna be able to point out when they go on dates, when they're getting to know each other. His When it comes into his mentality about relationships, his mentality about himself, his mentality of how he talks about you, how I'm gonna give her so many pointers, so many key things to look out for, so she don't even have to get into the situation to find out if she's gonna get cheated on. So if she come back to me like, all right, Boro, I've been scouting him for past 2 months. He's expressed this, he's expressed that. This is his view on relationships. This is his view on his connection with his parents. This, that, and the third. His past relationships. I'm like, 9 out of 10 times that nigga gonna cheat. All right. So we're not gonna talk about betting for cheaters in the chart, but we're gonna be talking a lot about, once again, betting for the positive and negative traits, for long-term commitment in my master class this weekend? Great question. Great question.
Great question. Any last questions before we turn off? Um, while people type in their questions, or I'm gonna just let you tell the people one more time what this weekend is gonna be. It's a 2 day event, so just tell people what can they expect from the master class. Um, once they go through this weekend with you.
All right, guys. So February 18th and 19th, this following Sunday and Monday evening at 7:30. All right. We're gonna have a live master class, guys. Bring your natal charts. Know your well in the charts in the class. I'm gonna highlight what placements we're gonna be looking at. But my goal, my purpose is to make sure you guys leave having clarity as to why you've experienced cycles in the past or current cycles in your life dealing with relationship activity, right? How to identify the things that are significant when it comes into relationship activity that we want to know, right? Why do we experience these cycles? Why do we attract these people? Boro, what can I tangibly do to put myself in a space for relationship success? Like literally, what can I do? And it's not just up in the air and all cliche, something tangible, and also really understanding how to identify relationship karma and heal. All right. So those are the most significant things I want everybody to be able to learn, and also set y'all up to understand how to study and learn these things and expand your knowledge of these things on your own. Your knowledge doesn't stay restricted after this class. Now you are I'm gonna teach y'all how to teach yourselves when it comes into a lot of these things. Okay, then we're gonna get into some synastry tips and hacks, and we're gonna have a lot of Q&A, and we're gonna have some examples that I'm gonna pull up. There's gonna be some interaction going on. I'm gonna bring some people on, to share their charts for the people that are open for it. And it's gonna be dope, guys. It's gonna be dope. But yes, we're covering relationship fundamentals on all levels, from a healing space, from understanding past life connection space, and understanding how to put yourself in a successful position for relationship activity. All right, guys.
I love that, bro. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for just giving us the wealth of knowledge as usual. It was so fun. I knew I was about to laugh tonight. I knew it. I was so prepared. That's why I have my water. I was like,
We're gonna do
I'm
that.
about so thank you so much. I highly recommend your class, and just from anyone who's been here today, they get to see your vibe. And if you guys like, his vibe, the way he teaches, definitely highly recommend learning from you. Thank you so much for just being honest, transparent, telling us all the details, even about your past relationships. Like you went into it. So thank you for being here. I feel like I'm gonna ask you one more question though.
Shoot,
Yeah.
shoot, shoot.
So we talked about everybody. I know we talked a little bit about Libra, but you're gonna be showing people how to do this in their chart, right? So based on your chart, what does the lucky Libra look for in a lady? And I'm just asking because the ladies want to know.
Um, what does the lucky Libra look for in a woman? I look for a woman that's very serious about self-awareness in her life, because
Mhm.
I am a natural healer. I'm naturally trying to uplift and get any woman that I deal with to see her potential. And sometimes that could be uncomfortable for people if they're not ready to grow. So I love to deal with a woman that is really on a journey of trying to, you know, tap into self mastery, because that just makes things easier for me. I could just utilize all these natural tools and different things that I have awareness of to help her blossom in some type of shape or form. So I would definitely say that's the biggest trait. And once we there, that's it. We could navigate everything else in a different way. I don't need to say she's got to be traditional. She got to do this. She got to be submissive. No, that self awareness. We start here. She's intrigued about that, and she's allowing me to come into her life and help her with that, expand, her knowledge about who she is. That's it. That's it. The potential is sky's the limit, man. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you for answering that. And this is where we're going to end tonight, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone who was in the chat. You guys have been literally the best audience, just engaging like crazy. I literally could not keep up with the comments. And I know that this is your doing, Boro. This is definitely this is your church. Your church members been here. I see a couple of my OGs, but definitely your church members showed out and they were here. So thank you guys so much for joining. And I can't wait to talk to you guys soon. So thank you again, Boro. Everyone go check out that masterclass. And I'm excited for the things that we have coming for the future. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Won't talk too much about it, but you guys will be seeing Boro a little bit more on the channel. So thank you once again. So, so happy that you're here. So happy to have connected with you. And like I said, just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. And I know that if you just keep having the passion that you have and, bringing the fun and the lightness that you do to astrology while keeping it deep, like you will go so far. You will go so far. That's
Woman,
a woman for me.
woman, if you don't listen, you know how excited I was to be here and do this with you, and all the bigging up you doing with me. I tell you all the time how big and powerful your spirit is, how inspirational you are. All right, how infectious your personality is, and I know a lot of the people in your church is here for that exact reason. So I need you to keep walking in your light as well. All right, we want to be connecting if I didn't see that in you. All right, so you hold that one down for the night. All right.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And thank you guys for joining another episode on the Growth Project. And we will see you next week. Bye. Good night, everyone.